All right, we're on. Yes. Welcome to another RLP Live. We are joined. We are joined. Shoot, I am joined. I don't know how the fuck. I'm trying to do this like flawless, but fuck it. I'm not going to do it like flawless because I'm not flawless. So I'm just going to say it like me. Yes, you're through to RLP Live. I'm going to emphasize on that. And today we're talking about the last episode of WandaVision. Mate, I'm proper giddy today because I've had half a pack of fucking jelly beans. So a lot of what I'm saying.
Jelly beans and booze.
That's a major sugar high.
Lethal combination. Like it should be a warning for that. Like fuck COVID, jelly beans and booze is what's going to kill people. All right, but as always, I'm joined. Mate, my name's Nick. If you can't read, and as always, every week I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Mike Good. What are you saying, brother?
Not too bad, not too bad. My mortality merch turned up today, so get to rep my sick, very, very bright red Obey Red Line t-shirt. I've got a sick Class Warfare shirt in bright fucking green as well, which arrived, which I'm really, really happy with. I'm really, really happy how they turned up. So, yeah, but that on top of a bang average week, I'm here to talk about WandaVision with my boys, so all good, isn't it, really?
What you drinking, son?
At the moment, I'm drinking Singer. I fell in love with it in Thailand, so I drink it whenever I basically know I'm going to eat really spicy food now.
Nice.
I've got gin.
Nice. I've also got
bourbon.
and what else? And then
I've got a bottle of fizzy stuff, some like North Italian like sweet fizzy stuff in the fridge as well, which I might get out later. Well, probably not. I'll drink that with a wife.
Mate, I love how Mike's room is very much like Mary Poppins' bag, where he just keeps reaching in and just pulling out different shit that you just don't expect to see.
Mate, run through to a call center. That's exactly right. Yeah, run through the call center. The call center of fucking madness and debauchery. That's exactly what. Yeah. Mate, you done it. Shouts to Linda as well, man. Pod of Mercy. If we're ever going to see another episode ever again, but if you haven't seen it, watch all the classics. Absolutely insane. That's great. You guys have been on it as well, haven't you? Pod of Mercy.
No, not yet.
You was on.
Have you been on it? No, have you been on it, Mike?
No.
That's weird.
No, I've not. You was on it.
I was on it. Yeah.
I've been on it twice, haven't I?
On an episode.
Twice?
Yeah, so I was on one, and then I kind of featured on like Jan's one as well. But I wasn't like physically on it. But I was definitely. I had my own episode, on there.
Did you not have one with Flawless as well, where you all did shots?
Oh, quite possibly.
So is that 3 times? So instead, right. I see what Linda's done. You see, instead of getting me and Mike and you on, she just got you on 3 times.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. And Flawless.
So I mean, Flawless is obviously, but I don't know. I can't figure it out.
I understand what it is.
I'm sure you guys have been on it. I'm sure you guys.
I've got it though. So Linda contacts Red Lion, and Nick never passes the messages on and just goes on himself. It's a bit of a camera hog.
That's it.
And she doesn't notice that he looks slightly different.
Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. It's not on camera. It's a voice. I'd agree to the camera hog, but it's all done on audio, isn't it? So what else could it be? It can't be that.
Maybe it's just because we're big bad dickheads.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're both Southern, and maybe she doesn't understand us as much, and because it's voice only, she's like, "Oh, I won't. Maybe I'll miss something."
Yeah.
And Nick's easier to understand. Maybe that's it.
I'll tell you what. It's definitely something that I am that you guys aren't.
It's gonna need some thought. I'm gonna have to memento it. I'm
psychotic
on the wall.
I don't know what it could be. It must be the Southern thing because it can be anything else. Anyways, all right, we'll figure.
How are you doing, Alan?
This out.
Yeah, I'm all right. So, thanks for asking.
I'll do Nick's job for him. Don't worry.
I was going to get round to it, but this is just.
This is going to jump straight into WandaVision. You lying bastard!
Mate, I always ask you how you are.
It's on a throne of lies, Nicholas.
All right, so WandaVision. You'll see it this week. Alan, how are you, son? You look like you're
defensive and crossed my arms and everything. I'm good, body language.
You look like you're kipping with Mrs. Bouquet at the moment. What's going on?
I'm in my bed. Just, for anybody watching, if you ever thought you was never going to make it into my bedroom, check you out. You've done well. Here we are.
I'll tell you what, that's your bucket list. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. You're living your best life right now. So yeah, this week has been a shitter. Work dramas and shit. So it's literally every day has kicked me in the bollocks in a different way. So yeah.
Was any of them sexy though?
No.
So is that part of porn most likely then? Because they all seem to enjoy it.
Really enjoy it.
I don't know how you would enjoy it. I'm not sure. I've never understood it. And like I say, after this week, I understand it less. So yeah, it's been a wank, absolute wank week. But yeah, I'm here and happy to drink and happy that it's done.
Good. So, do you enjoy wank though? You've called it a wank week. I mean, do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean that's. I feel like maybe that's a northern thing because wank can be both a positive and negative.
Have you had a bad wank? Has anyone had a bad wank?
I mean, I've definitely had a disappointing wank that I've rushed out. Just because I've been struggling to go to sleep, so I've just threw one out just so I could nod off. Like I definitely have had one of them, but on the whole, they are a pleasurable experience.
Matt is like if you stub your toe during it, that would make it a bad one.
I mean, I'll be honest, Mike. I'm not walking about when I'm having a wank.
You never know. You might feel adventurous.
Mike, what do you do when you have a wank? Like exactly.
I run around the master.
My man's like, I just need a sandwich. So
just continue.
I'm not stopping.
Master of the danger wanking, just legging it about the flat, laughing it about. Right, let's move on to the very PG WandaVision.
So, guys, if you're joining us for the first time and you don't know what we're talking about, I'd probably tune out now because it's most likely gonna get worse.
Yeah, if you didn't laugh, then this ain't for you, bro.
This ain't for you. We are not for you, I'm afraid. So, WandaVision. Who watched it today?
Just wait a second. Don't we have a song?
Yeah,
don't we have a song?
WandaVision, WandaVision, WandaVision. WandaVision.
Part of me only wants them to sing it is because Vicky sang it before we watched it before. Literally before she pressed play, she started going Wonder, and then looked at me and went, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
So there you go. It's not an earworm for me, but apparently for Vicky, she can go a week and then just start singing it at any point. Apparently,
pick of the week yet? That's when she's in deep. Has she started singing pick of the week?
She knows what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've got an insight into Alan's bedroom and a slight insight into your life as well there, Mike.
I'm willing to throw papers down.
All right, should we talk about WandaVision then? Stop keeping everyone in suspense because let's face it, everyone that has watched it and they're watching us wants to know what we thought of it. So, Alan, let's start with you because it's nice and fresh. You've only just watched it, haven't you?
Literally jumped on the stream 2 minutes after finishing the episode because, like I said, today was busy, so I just didn't. I normally watch it on my dinner. I didn't get a dinner today, so I just fucking watched it after work. Loved it. Like, really, really enjoyed it. Really satisfied. Couple of bits and bobs that I was maybe slightly disappointed in, but I think that's just because I'd built up in my head that there was going to be more reveals or more teases for the next season or another season or what it was going to lead into. So that's probably on me just from expecting too much of a first Disney Plus season. But very, very satisfied, very emotional at the end, like very, very emotional to the point where I've just said to you, I wanted to sling my phone across the room. I was not okay for like a whole minute. Yeah,
I agree with that. I had to do the man thing and pick up my phone and pretend I was like, listen. I'm not crying, mate. What you on about? Twitter's more interesting than this really, really riveting scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of them. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. It was one of them moments.
Yeah. What part was this that made you go, oh?
It was the when she's saying bye to when she's putting the kids to bed. When she's saying bye to Viz, but then particularly when she speaks to Monica and Monica says what she would bring back, and I was just like, nah, I'm done. You know, I'm yeah, bye, done.
Yeah, for me,
I didn't expect it to get that deep.
Yeah, that Vision bye, like I knew it was going to be like really, really well done, but I was like, wow, that's genuinely, I didn't think I'd be able to feel like that from these characters at all.
So I guess this is the death for Vision that we all kind of wanted, because let's face it, his death in Infinity Wars wasn't that.
No. That is the death I definitely wanted. Both of them.
I was going to say which one,
but twice.
Yeah, because the first one kind of had some emotion to it. There was a connection, but it was very rushed because they was obviously pressed for time. So, like that, it had a bit there, and the second one was just fucking brutal. That was great. This third death was dialed up on the emotion level. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did anyone else want the White Vision just to crush Wanda's head? Like actually crush it, like Game of Thrones? No? Was that just me?
I'd have been really disappointed in her power level if she'd have been took out like that kind of a bitch. Do you know what I mean?
I would have given Disney maximum ratings if we'd have turned up and crushed their head.
At the end of the episode.
Literally done. And the rest in the morning. So the whole thing falls. Vision dies, kids die, everyone runs away, army comes in, and then they have to kill like the White Vision. I was like, oh, that would be insane. And that's it. And he's just literally just like hands and mulch. But that was me for a brief kind of sadistic moment there. But obviously everything that plays out afterwards, I think was TV gold. It was what we've expected from some of the major MCU films. The Superman fight with both Visions, I thought looked beautiful and it was really well done. Did
anybody else get Deadpool in their head as soon as White Vision and normal Vision turned up? Did anybody else hear Deadpool go, "Ooh, big CGI fight"? Like straight away, it just popped straight into my brain. I was like, "Oh, there you are."
Probably made it more entertaining, to be honest. Like if we could get a director's cut of Deadpool just commentating over all of the MCU films and series, I'd be about that.
I would watch every second of that.
Do you often hear Deadpool in your head, Alan?
No, that's what I mean. It was weird, and I was just like, "Oh shit, maybe Deadpool's my inner monologue now."
I can see that. I could see that.
That's okay. Maximum effort.
There we go. It's there. You're just going to end up being Deadpool, aren't you? Which would be great.
I'm okay with it.
Let's talk about this then. So let's dissect this a little bit. So we start off with just right at the end of the last episode. So we have the kids tied up. We have Wanda ready to fucking lay it down, and literally just starts off with Wanda just throwing one of those fucking energy blasts at the fucking evil witch, and she goes flying. And then we just get straight into the fight. There's no real kind of, introduction for it, which I rate fully. It was a great start to the episode. I was like, here we go. Like last episode, it was just a big build up, and now it's just like, yeah, the cork's popped out the top of the champagne bottle. Let's go. We're fucking going, and we just get straight into the big fucking battle.
I would say that first battle is better than the look of that last battle. When they're all flying about. But they're all flying about, but staying bolt upright, like they've been pinned at the waist, and someone's holding them on a stick, going like this. Like that part of it, that drew me out a tiny bit. But that first fight didn't feel like that at all. It was very much. It almost felt weirdly like Winter Soldier, when they're fighting on the street.
Yeah.
When he jumps off the bridge, it kind of felt that's how the way it shot, not like the content of the actual fight, but just the way it was shot. It felt. Very early MCU, which was very nice. Like it was the nice part of the MCU where it's the Russos showing this is why we was hired. Like we can do this really, really, really cool looking stuff without make everything too shaky cam and like unwatchable tripe like you get in like Fast and Furious films and Transformers. You can't really tell what's going on. The MCU got that thingy down, and I think it's the Russo pattern, and I think most of the MCU probably use that just because it stylistically works for them.
It looked amazing. Vision on Vision phase kind of scene that they had there when they was doing the phase combos, I thought was fucking sick. I can't believe I did this, but I reloaded that section of it. I reloaded it. I was like, say it again, Vision. It was nuts.
When that happened, all in my head was on, why didn't he do that when Thanos grabbed him? Literally the first thing that went into my head. Because of the stones.
He'd been stabbed with that big blade from not Ebony Maw.
Phase.
Phase right from the start. They took that power out of because obviously Vision's fucking OP. So straight away, what they did well in Infinity War was take away,
disable it.
Yeah, disable his biggest power, because that would have been everyone's argument. Well, you can just phase out, and if he'd have seen that blade coming, maybe he would have phased through it. But the fact that once it pierced him, because he said it to Wanda, didn't he? I couldn't phase. I don't know what it was. I couldn't phase. Like he was just fucking confused as everybody else. So
yeah, it was just a split second, and then I was off after it. But I was just like, oh, but like that. Yeah, but that. I think that's the nicest we've seen it done in the MCU, in the phasing stuff, because a lot of it's been stationary stuff. I think that's the first time when you've seen like without it looking really noticeably like blocky and CGI when there's like phasing through each other. It was nice and smooth, which shouldn't really surprise us by now with the MCU just piling all the money in the world into everything they ever do.
Which is great. Insane. I think this is the Vision that we want as well, because we've only seen Vision like this. I would argue in Age of Ultron, in Civil War, he didn't really do anything. He kind of just stood about. He phased through Ant-Man. He kind of balled up and knocked into Ant-Man, phased through him, and then he kind of destroyed the what do you call him? The fucking tower at the airport.
He also stopped
War Machine did.
Yeah, he stopped a bus from hitting Black Panther.
Yeah, no, War Machine sound blasted Wanda, but Vision actually blasted the actual tower to knock down, and then Wanda held.
I'm on about him just making War Machine out of the sky with his blast.
Oh yeah.
He almost killed Rhoda. So to be fair, that's all you needed to do. But I suppose he didn't do that proper.
No, so he didn't. No, so he wasn't great.
Survived.
Yeah. Hi, Vex. He does looking like he's being a little bit bedbound. Yeah, most definitely.
Mate, I'm just comfy, you know. Every week I sit on a fucking hardback chair, sat straight up at the dressing table, or sit downstairs on one of the chairs. I needed to be comfy, so I just got in bed. I'm not in bed. I'm fully clothed, like I'm not in the covers, but I just thought I was just lying on the bed now. I don't care. Sounds comfy. Shut the fuck up.
I think we have all standards of red line right here at the moment. So lighting, and then we've got someone just kind of clutched on that.
We can literally, like, Mike's got a ring light, and you've got Marvel posters behind you. I'm just fucking comfy talking to my boys, you know, like it's okay.
We'll discuss
my
this.
20 quid ring light.
But it's a thing though, and it actually lights your beautiful face up really well. Like, great, I've got a light on above my head and with no extra light in. That's it.
It's not a good angle, mate. I'd agree with that.
Mate, I'd argue there isn't a good angle.
Oh, I mean, is that as well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think I would agree with that more than the angle.
Yeah, let's hang on. Is that better?
Nope.
Further down, bro. Keep on going, bro.
Oh, what do you want to see, mate?
I want you to close it and fuck off.
Mike, that's not nice.
No, I don't fucking care.
It shows.
Trying to change it like that, but I'm fucking no. Ignore what I said about maximum effort.
You're betraying your inner Deadpool as we speak.
No,
You've only had it for like one day, and already you're fucked it over.
In actual fact, it's minimum effort.
Minimum effort.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-Deadpool. Shame on you. Yeah.
I watched the show of that show.
That as well.
Yeah. You are the anti-Paul. Right. Okay. So let's talk more about this. So there's so much in it. There was so much I don't even really know. Like, because we're just talking about the main kind of things that happened. So let's talk about Pietro. So who was he in the end?
Oh, just some fucking guy whose second name was Boner.
Boner. Appreciate a cock joke at any time. But it was just a guy what looked like him.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, like.
Or is it just our universe's version of that guy? So is it where they're setting up for the multiverse? And our universe just didn't get mutant powers. And that's definitely how they're now going to pull mutants into it, because we've pretty much confirmed that he's not been pulled from another dimension. He is just some bloke who looks like we recognised him, but there's no link in the actual show to suggest that they know anything about another speedster. So it was a nice little way of introducing the multiverse, I think.
Oh, no. Agatha or whoever Agatha's with, must have known that there's a Pietro what looked like that.
Yeah, but
in a different universe.
Yeah, but the people within our universe had no idea that have no concept of a multiverse. Or, do you know what I mean? In terms of that.
I didn't realize that he was on about that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Were we disappointed by this?
No, which was weird.
Oh no,
Yeah, but like I said at the beginning, probably because I'd built it up so much, I got the great big fight scene that I wanted that. I wanted the kids to survive. They obviously didn't. I wanted when Vision and White Vision were talking, I wanted for possibly some way of merging the two that would allow Vision to survive. I didn't get that. I didn't get any reveal of any other big bad other than Agnes and stuff. So like a lot of that was what I was disappointed in, but only because I built it up in my own mind rather than it actually being a possibility within the show. Like they never really said it.
Hey girl,
that's us talking about it every week, and like listening to me going, but it's definitely going to be Mephisto. It's definitely going to be Nightmare.
But it is
it's definitely that. Yeah,
like I can't be mad at the show because they didn't build my expectations up like that. We just looked far too deeply into it.
This is one of the things that we said last time, and it not just through like so many different fucking hoops. So by the time we got onto episode 4 when Pietro came, I think it was episode 4 where he revealed himself at the end, we was like, actually anything could happen. Like this is now going to build in so much. So they gave us a taste. So to say that they didn't build their expectations, I feel like they gave us little nods to things that they knew was going to excite fans, definitely. So to an extent, they did kind of build our expectations. They allowed us to go this in depth, most certainly.
But I think that's just smart, really smart storytelling on their parts, because unless you're a power nerd, and you dead bang into all this stuff, you're not going to know any of that. If you're only watching, if your only experiences of these characters is on the screen, you don't know all of this stuff, so it doesn't really matter. It's only us that are going to be getting wound up by that stuff. But the fact they haven't muddied up any waters at all. Like they haven't done an X-Men where everything's gonna ruin the next story. Like they've managed to box everything off really, really smoothly. But also we've got White Vision / Ultron / Uber Vision or whatever you want to call him. Definitely Ultron coming on. Come on, please. We've got confirmation of Nick Fury in space on Sword.
Yep.
We've got the very last scene where you've got Scarlet Witch in that cabin, which I'm going to say is like Alaska or Canada or Argentina or somewhere like that in the middle of nowhere, where she's reading the Book of the Damned.
Amy's saying now.
Oh, I did not see that.
Right at the end. Right at the end.
No, I got the mid-credit scene. I did not get a fucking... wait there.
Do you want us not to talk about it then?
Nah, talk about it. I'm going to fucking watch it, bro.
Right, so so it's just her and her astral projecting herself, I would imagine, to read in the Book of the Damned. Which is it's got to be setting up the next Doctor Strange film, which has got to be her meeting or wanting to get her kids back by making a deal with Nightmare or Mephisto or whoever's coming up. And she's going to get that from that Book of the Dead, and that means ties in Doctor Strange. Great, that's more entertaining with that little bit and the fact that they tidied up all that middle stuff perfectly well. And it's just
headboard. Sorry.
I'm not being funny here, but you're getting trolled to fuck today, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're getting trolled.
If this is the maximum trollage that people can offer, then I'm like, do better, guys.
You hear that, guys? Maximum effort. We're going to see proper Alan trollage today. But I agree, Alan. You know what I mean? Sort it out. With the I love that post credit scene. I loved it. Both of them.
I think it sets up the stuff with the Skrulls and Sword in space. Really, yeah. You think it's going to be like a Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion. It's one of the shows that's scheduled.
Oh, right then. So we can talk about that later on. And we got to do the rating, maybe.
Alan, yeah, we can do a rating for this. Alan, do you have a schedule plan for everything that's coming up? Did you?
I've not got a schedule of when it's out. I've just got a list of what is coming.
Right, we'll do that in a bit.
I'm just looking at Wanda. 1 minute.
I hope he's watching the episode.
Sorry. Yeah, that end credit scene is fucking sick. So yeah, I get Hulk vibes. She's too powerful to be around people, so she's took herself off to some remote location.
But she's also astral projecting herself so she can get yes, Linda. So she can read the Book of the Damned, which was too powerful for like Doctor Strange and that what's supposed to read. Like it's crazy stuff in that. Even though she's so stupidly OP now anyway, it's just like she's basically a fucking god.
Right? She is, and she kind of knows it now. And that's.
I think that even then it's only scratching the surface. Because she's going to have to make that deal if she wants those kids back with. I don't even know. Like, if it's going to be Nightmare because of what's coming up in the Doctor Strange film, that's great. But I personally would rather have it be basically the fucking devil.
Yeah.
Well, they dropped it into the episode as well, didn't they? Where she said, "You're more powerful than a Sorcerer Supreme."
Yeah,
which I really liked as well. Just that little nod to Strange.
Yeah.
Instead of showing him, it's just looming over the background of it all.
So yeah, Amy's nice people.
It's just she just says it's just your headboard.
Yeah, just the headboard, isn't it?
You're distracting people. We're trying to talk about.
I know people just see me in bed and like, oh man, that looks like a fun place.
Let's look past Alan and at the headboard. That's what they're actually doing.
It is cushioned. Like it's all right. Like it won't hurt your head or anything. It's cool.
Just for the heads up.
There you go, guys. Honest reassurance. There it is from Alan. Thanks, mate. That's exactly what everyone was wondering.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That was definitely the major issue there.
It was like shit. If I bang my head on it, like, is it gonna hurt? Yeah. But it's cool because it's cushioned. It's fine.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna stop talking to you for a second, Alan. Mike, when she said when she pointed to the top. She goes, "Oh yeah, I've got someone that was a good friend of your mother that wants to meet you." And she points up.
Did you think God?
I was thinking she was just going to kill her.
I'm sending you to heaven.
Yeah, I feel like my mind is not the same. I'm not on the same level of WandaVision. Definitely, I thought White Vision was going to crack her skull, and I thought she was going to she was going to blast Wanda's head. Also, I thought actually maybe Maybe Nick Fury's just in the stalls. So she goes, "Oh, I'm going to go to space," and he's just like, "No, I'm here," and he's just like,
he just walks over the top.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, just here.
Just sat in the projection booth waving.
Yeah, he's just not sat in the cheap sheet. See, he's in the fucking, he's in the box at the top.
He's in the box, yeah. It's going to cost millions of dollars to get you into space. It's not worth that. You only got your powers, man. You haven't even had your origin story. Do you know what I like, though? I like the fact that, obviously, by Infinity Wars, like, not only have we had everyone's origin stories, but let's face it, everyone was pretty much at the peak of their powers. And the fact is now that Wanda's only discovered hers. So she's gone through everything from Ultron to this point, and now we've only seen her at her peak, which is fucking exciting. It's insane. Like, to think that she went through all that and wasn't even, like, touching the pinnacle of her powers, I think is really a really interesting move as well. So this could almost be her origin story, despite the fact that she's been in all of these films.
I think it's going to be the greatest heel turn in the MCU, and she's just going to wreak havoc. Like, just, I love that. Just go fucking mental for about 10 years.
So is it? Cheers, bro. So is that where porn? Is... So is do you think so we know?
Should be ashamed of himself.
I think you just need to do the rest of the podcast like that, bro.
But the laptop's on my knee and it keeps moving. So
yeah, I just keeps on looking at me and he keeps on moving.
I'm just saying.
Look at that. I mean, that's skills. That's skills, right? I feel like Alan's going to try to read us a creepy bedtime story. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Do you know any creepy bedtime stories?
Any of them, if you say it in the right tone.
The laptop's on his knees, lads. Well, is that what you think? Is it, Linda? It's interesting.
It's interesting. Linda, can I just say as well? I think I wasn't on the Talk About Network special, but I did watch the video. Unfortunately, I was working the next day. Mate, fucking having them a shout. Shouts Mortality as well. Like fucking merch. Mike, show off your merch. Show off your merch, son. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I'm also wearing the hoodie at the moment as well with the red lion and grey picture on the back of it. This thing is nice and snuggly. Make sure you follow Mortality. They've got amazing merch from there. Pretty well priced as well. You're not too dear, Mike. You're not too dear. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to gouge people. I'm not a fucking Tory.
No. It's actually fucking good quality, good price. Why not? You know? Get yourself a nice t-shirt for the summer. You know, get out there running.
For the price of getting me half cut, you can buy a shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Saying.
There you go. You know, we'll leave it to you. We'll leave it to you guys. You know, there's a right decision, and then there's the stupid fuckery decision, and the right decision. Yeah, the cunt decision for wankers and cunts. And so as you can see, Alan's not sporting him.
No worries. Yeah,
he's not.
He took his pants off now.
Fuck all in the wardrobe either, mate. Like I'm not about it. Not this month. I am skinned. I've been saying that for about 6 months as well. Sorry, bro, skin again.
Yeah,
I get it though. I know what's more important, and that is getting pissed every single weekend with us.
That is more important than wearing trousers or underpants, which you're clearly not. Yeah, I mean, which is great.
He's winning it.
He's winning
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mate, don't poo it though. You're in your bed.
Yeah, don't shit the bed. Literally.
I'm not gonna shit the bed.
Yeah. Shout out to Premier Battles as well, guys. If you have not seen the actual tournament, there was. I missed that because I was doing my promo stuff. What did you say? Something about shit.
I think you said, I don't know if you've ever shit the bed.
I don't think I've ever shit the bed.
All right, let's just pause there for a second. Go on then. Whatever.
Like I don't think I've ever been that pissed where I've shit the bed.
Like as an adult.
No.
Have you never been ill enough that you've shit the bed?
No, I don't think I've. No.
Have you ever shit your pants?
No.
Like, have you ever done like a fart and gone, "Oh shit"?
While I've been like toilet trained, no, I don't think so. I've never risked one and gone, "Oh, that was a mistake." I've been like, "Oh no." Oh. No, I don't think I've ever risked one and just really fucking
follow through.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, are you sure? Do you reckon your mind's just like suppressed it?
No, I just feel like I've got great anal control.
Fair play, lads. At least do something to be proud of, I suppose.
I knew that, I bet, yeah. So, claim to fame.
You can carry 3 bottles in 2 hands.
I haven't even got a bottle open today. Where do you think they're getting the tap popped off them? I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm just
so proud of you. More but shit jokes.
The filter is very much gone this week. I don't even care.
Brilliant. That was brilliant. Fuck it. Let's just move on. We'll let you have that one.
Yeah. Oh, can we rate this series then? 1 out of 10.
Yeah, let me do my shout-outs really quickly. Shout out Premier Battles as well. Make sure you check out the Anarchy Tournament. I've literally just shot a video for Briggsy and Shots. Gold Statue of a Crack Killer. Have you guys seen it?
It's so good. It's a sick song as well.
Yeah.
Alan, you're the worst human being I've ever seen. I can't believe this.
It's not like you didn't even WhatsApp it us like before it was released. Like going, don't show anyone.
Yeah, I've heard it. And I saw him like
doesn't wear the merch, doesn't watch the videos, doesn't listen to the music. What the fuck? All he does is
we're just his crutch to help him get over his alcoholism.
Minimum effort.
I mean, to the fact that you shot one episode
you
in bed.
Understand the words coming out of my mouth.
I actually believe you. believe you.
You've actually brought a whole new low energy to like everything anyone's ever done.
Do you know what's dangerous is I really like it. Like I really feel like
you could be a cat man.
Like I could just be a prick for the forever.
Aren't you always like that anyway?
No, because sometimes, like, believe it, not with you, obviously, but sometimes I'm a nice person. But then,
not buying it.
No, you wouldn't. So,
I was going to say, yeah, I've never seen it in public.
No,
but
I
mean, we are generally around dickheads, like they deserve it. But when I'm around family and people that I like, I am a nice person sometimes. But I'm enjoying this emotional freedom.
I mean, this is.
I get it.
Right.
It's took like 4 or 5 years of solid hard work on him, but he's actually reaching top dickhead level. Like he's getting lazy enough, like you can just call everyone a cunt.
Yeah,
and it just seems natural.
Hard, didn't it? Took him hard to get it.
Thank you, appreciate it, boys.
You got to pay me now.
Yeah, well done.
Where's my money?
Finally, right. I can't even remember who I'm shouting out. Just shout like I'll drop something.
Rick Charles. I don't think you've mentioned him yet.
Rick Charles, fucking amazing fucking talent in what he does. So shout out Rick Charles Media Production. Shout out Rick Charles himself. He's doing like a fucking tune thing that
31 days, 31 beats for 31 days.
All right, so but you can't watch my video. You remember that, but you can't watch the video that I made with Shotty and Briggs. Alan, you can suck a dick. Alan, you can suck a dick.
Yeah, I'm not
Alan,
into it, you know. But like, let me just. No. Right, wait. I'm looking for this fucking video you supposedly sent me.
No, fuck it. I don't want to hear from him anymore. Right, so Mike, I've had enough. Piss me off. I'm doing the Linda. Go fuck yourself. I'm not going to take you.
You get that I can unmute myself, right?
How can you have this control? Stop it. Don't you unmute yourself.
You can just kick him out though.
I don't want to kick him out. I'm not that.
You was actually holding it then, weren't you? So I couldn't do it. I was like, there, good, yeah, good.
You can.
Yeah, fucking do it now. Let's get proper Tourette. I'll control you.
I'm going to buy your house and I'm going to sell it to people.
You're going to buy my house and then what? Just burn it down for fun.
Hey, you can sell it on at a profit and you'll still buy it, the Daft Tory.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could do, but it ain't my house, I rent. So.
No, they can claim on the insurance.
Definitely.
Stop being a twat.
Alan, did he nick up there to you? Why was you pointing off?
Oh, yeah.
I'm always up here to him.
Hey, Nick.
Right, how do we rate this? What are you doing?
Are you trying to grab your nipple?
Trying to get your nip.
Remove the finger. Remove the finger. Right, that's how you check that. Right. You're going to be put
no, put me back. I don't like it up here.
What the fuck are you doing? Right, let's see where that can work. Right,
oh, you don't want to be down there, lads.
You don't want to see what I can put on there.
I can do something. Ringing us like the bells.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, rating it. I'm gonna give the series like 6.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
6.5.
Yeah.
What more could it have done? Just above.
Right, put it this way. For me, Band of Brothers as a single series is 10. And you cannot say that is the same quality as Band of Brothers.
No.
That's why then. It's just as simple as that. But it's because it's 8 episodes. If I watched it all back in one sitting, I've got a feeling that probably will go up. But again, it might be because we did build so much stuff up in our heads. But yeah, 6.5. I think that's a solid, and you've got room to go up there as well. I didn't read any of them. I just saw the last one pop up. Tora.
Looted Tora.
The next election, I'm going to vote Tory just so I can own that. I'm like, yeah.
And with that, I am leaving Red Lion Picture. Right, bye. This is it.
That is single-handedly the best response I've ever seen to anything.
Muggy fucking cunt.
Oh, I won't. Where's he? Is he actually gone forever now? Is he going for?
Well, yeah.
No, I was just there, but I just couldn't be asked putting the camera back on because I'm getting naked.
This is quite funny.
Okay.
So like this is great. Al, where do you rate it? No, Mike, put the camera on. I miss your face.
You can see my face.
I can't see your face. I can see you in the weird kind of fingers, whatever.
Yeah,
it's because I thought I bumped into Jamie Vardy's German dad in Thailand. It doesn't look like it, but when I was that pissed, I swear I was like, "That is defo Jamie Vardy's German dad."
I love it then when you're that drunk, you convince yourself of a situation that hasn't happened. I love that.
Why that facial expression?
Because I was shocked he was German.
Do you know what I'd like to say, guys? I'd like to say that we've been on for 45 minutes talking about WandaVision. I'd say 95% of this has been talking like cock jokes. There's been masturbation whilst walking. It's been...
I weren't walking.
It was with a purpose.
It wasn't
just randomly walking. Yeah.
He was running from one room to the other room.
Yeah.
While shouting people's names.
Alan's putting so much effort in. He needed sustenance.
Yeah.
Not just out with the dogs.
I would probably say a good 5 minutes of solid talk has been given to WandaVision. The rest has just been about Alan's arse and anal muscles.
I mean, only about a minute and a half.
I mean, that was very underwhelmed by the way you just referred to my anal muscles, but whatever. We'll move on.
I'm gonna have to see it. I'm gonna have to see it for myself.
Whoa!
Say it like you've not already.
Right. Where do you?
Do you think he opens your cans?
I knew it. It had a weird, I don't know, a weird flavour.
Stain around the top of it.
Better, I think, is what the word you was looking for.
Nutty.
Yeah. A bit nutty. Do you know that's twice in this episode? My pick of the week has just been pushed back into my head. You'll know what it is if you know the film as well as I do. But yeah, we'll come back to that later anyway.
You have a pick of the week.
I actually have thought about it this week.
I haven't, so mine's going to be off the top of my head this week. So it's going to be.
This happened the week before last, though. You guys, you had a pick of the week, but you didn't. And then when you do. It's crazy. I feel like this is a plan. What's your rating?
How we mix it up. Keep it
rating.
Exciting.
Yeah, because me and Michael like Jack Spratt and his wife.
I don't know what that is.
Jack Spratt and his wife, he eats all the fat, she eats all the lean. Like, they're a perfect combination where they finish a whole steak between them because he eats the fat and she eats the meat.
No. You just eat the fat and the meat and the fucking gristle like a fucking decent meal.
Linda would beg to differ.
And I get nothing. Is that why there's a difference between us?
Yeah, I get the steak, you get your shit. You get the fucking, you get the green bit of what they put on top of it.
That's called salad.
You get the curly parsley. What's like inedible? Because who the fuck eats curly parsley anyway? Can anyone say they actually like it?
I'll be honest. If I'm having a steak, I'm having it bloody, and whatever's covered in that juice is going in my face. So I'm having a steak rare, and everything that's on the plate is getting mopped up in all that red juice on the plate. Because then it just tastes like steak, like your whole tea tastes like steak.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Alan.
Linda won't.
Alan?
Yes.
What's your rating?
My rating. Sorry, mate. I'm gonna go. I'm a solid 8. I was very happy with it. I was only disappointed with the things that I dreamt up in my tiny mind, and not actually anything that was in the show. Well, no, one thing that was in the show. The fact that I thought Reed Richards was going to be in it, and they teased this fucking astrophysicist for like 3 episodes, and then palmed me off with some bitch from the army. I was not okay with that. I was not okay with that. I'm still not okay with that. I'll never be okay with it.
I feel like they were going to come back from that last time saying, "Oh, why didn't you introduce me?" And then it was going to it's just definitely her. That was her.
Yeah, no, because it was just definitely some dickhead that she knew, and it was just like, you could have just mentioned it this episode.
Oh, did Rambo know about Skrulls as well? Or was that the first Skrull she saw? Because I thought it was the first time I saw an alien, I would shit my pants.
She saw him as a kid.
Oh shit, yeah. Dickhead. Yeah.
So, totally new.
Ignore me. It doesn't matter.
Nick, what did you rate it?
They're in a house, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, they have a brew and everything.
They're in the house, yeah.
I don't care.
That's like inviting me and Nick round and then saying, like, weeks later, I didn't realise you two were dickheads. It's kind of obvious.
How is that the same thing?
Well, we'd have been in your house having a brew and you'd have not realised that we were dickheads when we are clearly dickheads at all points of the day.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a shape-shifting Skrull
who were in her house having a brew, shape-shifted, and then saying, I didn't realise they were shape-shifters.
No, I was on about me not being able to tell you two are dickheads. You don't like shape-shift into giant cocks.
Oh, that's fair. We're just dickheads all the time.
Yeah, like it's just a tonal thing. It's not like you don't shift into a giant penis.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. What did you rate it, Nick?
That's great. I'm going to rate this. A 7, I think. because I feel like I enjoyed it. There was episodes, I think, for what it was, I guess partly kind of, going on what Alan was saying, I think a lot of expectations were to, no, Mike disagrees and he hates my thought.
I don't think that's it. I think maybe this time he just needs a piss or maybe a wank.
Yeah, maybe both.
Or maybe both. Maybe he needs to clear his urethra, be pre-wank. So yeah.
There's a lot of sexual talk today, so I think he just needs to get something out.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you and I'll talk to the audience as well. I rated this a 7 just because, like Alan, my expectations were built up highly for this one. I thought I thought a lot more was going to happen for it, so it was going to open more doors. So I was going to be, I thought I was going to be more overwhelmed by this. However, what I did see, in fact, do you know what? I might even bump it up to an 8 because what I did see for the finale was great. It was a great finale. I felt like I was watching an MCU movie at the end. I was happy with that. And for the whole story altogether, I would say that this would be a good Marvel film if I was watching it. It's so different. They took risks, but they made it work, and they gave us moments that literally made us go, oh my God, this is insane. And if we're looking at it like a film, the characters that were in it, these are just the characters. So when we're not getting characters from Fantastic Four, or we're not getting kind of major villains in it or whatever, we're just accepting it for the villains and the characters that are in it. So if we're looking at it from like just a normal like story arc or kind of a film going from left to right, it's a good film. It would be a good film. So you'd write this as like above average film. And like unlike Star Wars that took risks and fucked it all up, gave us massive expectations. I won't get into that. But this
Star Wars did take risks.
Yes, they did take risks, and they fucked it up.
They just retread all the old say bollocks. Yes. And I didn't go for a wank. I went for a shit.
Oh.
Just to let you both know.
How are you rating the muscles?
I'm not actually in the bog now. I just forgot to put the camera on. I just realised how weird that sounded when I said I was like, went for a shit.
It very much feel like we'd gone with you.
Butler tuned in at the moment. He gave it 10 for 10, hands down. Mate, that's a good score. We do know that a lot of people did like this, and a lot of people were absolutely overwhelmed with it. They just thought, actually, for a series, MCU series, and this is literally the first one, so these are the pioneers of this. I think they set the standards, to be honest, as far as I'm concerned. I thought the bar is high. I feel like the bar is very high. So when we're looking at Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it is, I feel like there's a lot to do here. From what I've seen from the trailer, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a completely different type of series. I feel it's going to be one that I am going to enjoy on a regular basis more, but for the different reasons. It's not going to make me think as much as WandaVision does. So it's not going to give me these Easter eggs that go, oh, what's that leading into? What's that leading to? What's this leading? It's just going to be big, dumb fun, which I'm just going to enjoy. It'll be complex enough, but like for the likes of, I don't know, like Sherlock, on the BBC. Like the whole that one episode is going to make me go, oh shit. But when that episode's done, it's done, and then you move on to the next one, and there's not going to be something that's going to leave you ongoing. It's going to tie into the next episode, unless they purposely do a cliffhanger, which you'll probably be able to work out. It will definitely not be as complex as WandaVision. But I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'd say I'll give this one an 8. I'll give it an 8 because I think it was ballsy, and I think they took risks, and I think they paid off, to be honest. And I feel like the things that I feel let it down, like Alan said, it is my own personal perception of it. So if I look at it just from that point of view, then it's got to be that. I feel like there's a few episodes, the setup episodes, that let it down. There was a little bit of, like Mike said, CGI in there that kind of went, but there was and there was a couple of key points as well, that a couple of key things in there that I wanted to happen that I feel like were slightly overacted as well. That I was kind of like, I can understand where the feels came in, where like you and like Mike could get the feels from certain things. I didn't really kind of grasp it at this point. I was just kind of like, do something, please. So I didn't enjoy it on that point of view. I thought everything else was good. It was really well told. It was a good story. 8.
Yeah, 6.5. I'm still sticking with that, but I think that's reasonable for a first attempt, and I think that the series will only get better as they go along. I'm more interested in that as a launching point than it being a 10 out of 10 series, because that's only going to say MCU shows are going to get worse going forward if it was 10 out of 10 straight away. I think that the MCU have learned like they can start off slowly and build to bigger things. And I think that's what they're going to be doing with the TV shows as well. I think this felt like a very big story, and it was quite a big story, but in the scheme of comic books, it's really, really quite small. If you think about it, it's located about one town in one, like it's not that broad when you think about the Falcon the Winter Soldier stuff, which I think could go across the whole world. But I think that's basically going to be set in the States, I would imagine, if the BLM marches and all that stuff's going to be quite heavily featured within it. But I think I'm more excited about that now than I was, say, 4 or 5 weeks ago, just off the strength of how good this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 6.5 is a very, very strong 6.5. It's not like it's average or anything like that. It's definitely above average, but I think there's so much more that they're capable of doing, and I think they will do in the future. So it'd be hard to go put this as a 10, then they pull out something what I find even more compelling and have to go upwards. I think that's a reasonable point for me. I'm going to stick with 6.5.
Yeah, I get it.
We average out 7 or something. So I think this is, I think it's good. I think it's, like you say, it's above average. We really enjoyed it. We all had points that we could talk about every time when I speak. It's just I'm still there. I'm just not. I need to do something. I've still got my headphones in. Don't worry. I feel like I do need to point. I do, as much as I do appreciate the picture, I can't help but note there's a bit of a kind of a recurring theme happening. I speak and Mike disappears.
I need to do something. What I can't be on camera for, you dickhead.
What was that?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
You just said you had to do something.
Yeah, he had to just check his bell end.
Yeah, that was it.
Make sure it not fell off.
Yeah. Make sure I didn't rub it off.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay. Next thing. So I wanted to talk about something that I watched yesterday, if I may. If I can have this segment really quickly. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday, I watched a film called The Empty Man.
Yeah, I saw you post it on Insta, I think.
Yeah, I posted it on Insta last night. I decided to sit down and watch a film called The Empty Man.
Did it make you feel like an empty man?
It made me feel empty, man. It was really, really shit. It was a very bad film. And this is, and I've kind of...
Just wait. What? I'm guessing it's a psychological horror, just from the title.
It's like someone watched The Ring and said, I can do that, but with an empty beer bottle instead of watching a video. So you blow in this bottle several times and it summons this thing that first you call it, then it sees you, and then it finds you, or something along those lines. Something.
It sounds like it'd be great if Nick Cage was in it.
If Nick Cage was in it, I would be fine with this film, because at least I'd have something to fuck it. There'd be some kind of mental entertainment. I counted this. 20 minutes in, the opening title started, right? 20 minutes into a film, right? So the titles would usually appear, I'd say at a push, 7 minutes into a film. You get the start up, you get the build up, you understand what's going on, and then you get the main titles appearing. Dun! 20 minutes into this film.
Did Rogue One and that not have 10 minutes at the start, and Batman Dark Knight?
I would argue Rogue One and any of the Star Wars films definitely didn't have 10 minutes. They had the crawl, and that was it.
No. Straight into the crawl.
Rogue One had when they landed and this. That,
sorry.
10 minutes is a bit long, but as long as what you're watching is impactful and interesting, it goes quickly. I'd say 10 minutes, fine. That is your 21 minutes it took for this. I mean, I've watched most of the film by this part, and then this thing, I was like, "What the fuck are we? Is this the titles? Like, what the fuck?" We're halfway into this movie,
I would have turned it off then.
I was close.
I've seen the film.
Maybe it was the end credits. Yeah.
That's why I would have turned 20 minutes of dog shit. I was like, that is it.
And then it was like someone that saw The Ring and didn't know how to make films, just thought, fuck it one day. That's what it is. Just thought, do you know what? I've got a couple of mil. Fuck it. Why not? You know, it's lockdown. Nothing else.
Was it definitely worth a couple of mil? Like, was it a couple of mil?
No. Okay, so this was like watching. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so do you know what this is? And this leads on to a rant that I have as well. Do you know every kind of paranormal horror film that was made, you know, around the kind of early 2000s? So we're talking about Ring remake, Case 39, just all these films. They always start, so there's always the big intro, where we kind of see the victim running around the house until they get, you know, and then they get killed by whatever. Yeah, that's always the intro. And then we get a title. Yeah, usually this is, if anyone from the Empty Man is watching this is usually 5 minutes in, okay? Not 20 fucking minutes. What's wrong with you lot, right? But anyways, and then for some reason, the main hero, is always doing a run. Has anyone else noticed this? They're always running, and everything's always sepia. So everything's always like a blue tint everywhere. So they're setting the tone for the horror film. Never sunshine, never oranges, never reds, but just blue and green all over the place. Like someone just took out all the fucking color, said, "Yeah, this is now the film. It's now going to be shot in blue and black." And then
I'm all right with that.
Always running down like a suburban neighborhood, and they're always going for a jog. Why do they always run? What's the point? What's the point of watching someone run for 3 minutes?
I don't know, bro,
every time.
This is why I don't exercise. So
running for 3 minutes is pointless. I just stand and fight.
I show it though in a horror film every time. I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a list of every film that has someone running at the beginning because I don't understand why they do it.
It's worse when they're running upstairs.
Just running, going for a fucking run. Go for a jog.
At night.
It just doesn't make sense. They're running for a suburban neighborhood and they always feel like compelled to do this shoot. And I don't know, and I'm trying to think, and I go deeper into it and go, so are they running because to show that this person's kind of like healthy, like physically, therefore like mentally as well? So everything that they go through is more terrifying because this is not like what this person should be thinking, because actually it seems like they're level-minded. They're saying that they're fit. You know, is it just killing time? Why?
I would argue it's probably the director going, Joe, what I really like, Joe, full moon, black and blue, sweeping running shots, and then they've just done it for 20 fucking minutes.
Never. It's always in the morning or during the day.
Oh no, if you're running at night, during the daytime, pointless.
It's always in the morning, running, and it has that long sweeping shot as they're literally just running up the street as the camera pans up. And then you see the whole of the like suburban. Nick, you're just describing yourself with running. Why? Why?
Why you tell us?
I don't run in a suburban neighborhood. I don't know where there is one around where I live. I don't. And
it's not a suburban neighborhood. You live in Elmston.
It's just fields. When I most certainly would have put it in a film. I don't see the point. What's the point of just showing like 5 minutes of someone just running and then just having this kind of weird piano music playing? And it doesn't build suspense. It's pointless. It's just filler. But it happens.
Maybe they just watched one too many David Lynch films and just gone, I really like that. And just put it in.
Always the same shot. It's that one pan shot where they're running down the middle of the screen and they pan up and you see the whole of the neighborhood. It's not even based in that fucking neighborhood. And it's just like,
and they're running in the middle of the road and not on the path.
Yeah, in the middle of the road all the time. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Every time. Why? Right? But that happened in this film, and that's when I knew I hated this film. Because
white privilege.
Yeah. I was like, you're doing this.
He runs down the middle of the street in the road because of white privilege, because no one else is doing that. Everyone else has got their head screwed on.
Because no one's going to run him over. Because no one's going to dare challenge him.
Yeah, because he's white.
Right.
Are you saying that all these films that I've watched are just racist? That's why?
No. No. They're just like pointing out that that white people are kind of unaware of their own danger. That's how I always put it. Oh, there's a scary thing and a noise outside with a hook. I'm gonna go out there. Sure, he won't kill me. Right? It's all idiotic, stupidity.
When you think back on all the stupid decisions that are made in the vast majority of horror films, it is white folk being fucking thick in it.
Yeah.
It's white folk following you up the stairs, hearing a noise upstairs and going up in the dark and not going into rooms and not switching lights on or running after a noise that's in the fucking woods. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
You can't take all the black. Yeah, there's that one
black. A lot of it, though.
There's that one black person.
The one that dies early on in every film.
First one that dies. No. Later on in life, later on in the years, they become the last one that dies. So that's definitely progress.
Well,
that's what Judge A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, and then the remake. Like he gets a little bit further on, doesn't he?
A bit further on, yeah, not quite.
Doesn't die just yet.
Mate, we call it progression. We call it progression. So with the
it's why the heavy progression progression the touriness of it all.
we call it progression.
We call it progression. When a black man dies later on in the film, we call it absolute progression. Yes, die he must.
You went Boris. You went full Boris again. He's like, if you can
that's
progress,
then
do progress. If you can't progress, then absolutely don't progress.
Don't progress. Then don't. But anyways, as Amy's saying, no, the film was fucking dog shit. Eventually, you finally get. You finally get to understand exactly why.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, following people, and at the point where we kind of get to the point which is meant to be the kind of big build up and climax, I turned the film off and I said to myself, I don't give a shit. You physically out this film. I don't give a fuck why this thing's here. Who cares? Like, fuck you and this thing. The White Man can suck a dick. I don't care. Like, why did you make this film? I got so angry at this film. And it's not just because. Like, I watched the trailer, and in fairness, the trailer didn't look amazing. We posted the trailer ages ago, and the trailer didn't look amazing. But I thought it didn't look like a typical horror film either. And as soon as I watched it, it just hit all the tropes, every single one of them. Backpacking people, it hit that straight away. 20 minutes in, for some reason, they thought it was an acceptable time to give us the titles. And then it gave us the teenagers as well. There were some really good elements of horror in it, which is frustrating. And this is what pissed me off the most, simply because it could have been absolutely really freaky. It could have been fucking horrible. It could have been amazing. I don't go when they can. It's about running a bear for what he said.
I think she means and. So she doesn't get why you hate it, because it's about running and beer.
And beer.
Two things you absolutely love.
Especially blowing on him, Matt.
Yeah, blowing.
The bear man's going to come and get me now, isn't he?
Amy, and that was once, and there was a reason that it was once. But in general,
Nick can complain about how someone runs or how fast someone runs when they didn't expect them to run so fast.
Yeah, we did that.
Got dusted.
We did that again,
when someone underestimated, man.
Yeah, did we do that again? And then was someone schooled about that or not on my line?
Yeah, but who won the first one? That's the one that counts.
Who got cocky and went, I don't need to try here, and got absolutely slapped?
Do you know what's funny? YouTube had running races where I just stood there, watched it,
To be fair, we had a running race. on the way to the pub. We were just trying to get to the pub quicker.
Back to the pub. I did
a foot race to the pub.
We was running over to the keys to Alchemist. Like, it was actually genuinely a thing.
It was on the way back. I'd had a beer. Alan was having a tough day. I threw it down and was like, I needed to boost his ego. What can I say?
We then smoked you.
That ain't it. I absolutely fucking smoked you. And you
Alan,
went,
he had a
shit, I didn't expect you to be that fast.
I do you all over 10 meters.
I wouldn't run.
That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't race
over 10 meters, smoke all of you.
Pick your battles.
Only because I dig all of you before you fucking set off.
You can catch me, you motherfucker. You couldn't fucking.
I've already had a bottle. I control a bottle very well.
Mate, you'd have. Mate, I'll wait till you piss first. Go on, do it.
Yeah, that's my angle. Don't you think my aim would improve while I'm drunk when it comes to throwing beer bottles?
Yeah, probably. Fucking weirdo. Right. Anyways, I'll just rate this film and then we're talking about running. Yeah, last time we saw Alan Nick run and Paul came second. Poor Alan. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Alan lost that one. Yeah,
that was the one that was on the way back from the pub.
Yeah, that was the proper run.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you got run for fun. Think about that.
To be fair,
you run for fun.
I just ran to beat Nick.
And lost.
That is fun.
And lost.
Not the first time.
Not the first time you lost. Are you, mate? So you should be accustomed to losing.
So are we saying we're 1-1, and you're still clearly going off the second one because you're so delicate about the fact that you run regularly, and I never run and yet still manage to beat you 50% of the time.
Mate, who brought it up? Someone brought it up, not me.
I never brought it up. I
remember when I ran and I beat Nick and this, that, and the other.
Someone brought up running.
Are you getting defensive?
I'm not getting defensive.
Mate, chill out. You're laying in bed. I've never seen someone that's in their own bed be so uptight.
I'm so relaxed. It's absolutely fine.
Mate,
you're the one that's getting all. You're the one that's getting all.
Alan sounds like relaxed. He sounds like he's about to follow through.
He doesn't sound like he's about to follow through.
I'm still definitely never done that.
He sounds like he's took far too many benzos and he's about to shit himself.
Mate, don't have to.
I've definitely never done that either.
It was just a race.
Knowledge.
Right.
Too many benzos, though. So is that what you do? If you have too much codeine and you get all bunged up, you have loads of benzos and then you shit yourself?
No, you just sleep for 6 days, but you could shit yourself
during your sleep.
Yeah.
Oh. Nick's gaslighting.
Linda, didn't we talk about that in your podcast? Alan, I'm sure you talked about the same thing, didn't you? Gaslighting.
In Linda's podcast?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. That might possibly because I've never been on it.
You have.
I'm not sure. No.
Yes, you have. I've been on it. So she would have invited you. Okay, Mike, did you talk about gaslighting on the podcast with Linda or not?
Linda says I'm not allowed on the podcast.
Why is that?
Just so I don't talk about this anymore.
That's weird.
Just stop saying that. You can just never come on. You made me feel racist for too long. Linda's never actually said any of that. It's just a joke.
And I was going to say that in and of itself is in fact racist.
I have moved on to Tuborg now.
Yeah, nice.
These guys are still going on Tory. They're going on Tory like it distresses me. I'm almost tempted, but I won't because Labour is fucking. Well, I don't know at the moment. No. They're fucking shit. We'll talk about Labour, but they're still better than Tory. Anyways, let's talk about what's that? You don't think Labour are better?
I said just burn them all.
Agreed.
They all piss in the same pot at the moment, so fuck them all off. Eat them.
Not wrong. Eat the rich.
Eat them.
Places when they've not had the same privileges as them. Don't know what that means. Okay.
Incredible.
I mean, going on our podcast. Is that what she means as privilege? You think really high,
just in general.
Because you've been on the podcast, so you're obviously rubbing our face in it that you're privileged to got to be in the company of Linda.
It's not privilege; it's shock. I'm just surprised you haven't, because I would assume that you guys would have been on the podcast if I'd been on the podcast.
No one really wants to talk to us two by ourselves. Let's face it, we're only entertaining as a threesome.
I would argue a duo, Mike, but
okay, yeah. Only on lives. There you go. On live, it's when it's a threesome. Go choose up when it's recorded by Nick behind camera. Yeah. Just the two of us, like
just directing us expertly.
Yeah, I need to direct you guys properly because you guys are just all over the place. If not, you just
anyway, slapping it about everywhere.
Right, let's move on. Let us move on. So, what's happened? Mighty Ducks. Who's seen the trailer?
No one.
No, because unfortunately I have seen the trailer and I went into it because you shared it, and I'm blaming you for this. And I'm blaming you for just the whole season. To be fair, the whole idea of a Mighty Ducks show.
Is it a show or is it a film?
It's a. I don't know. Is it a show? I hope it's not a film. It can't be a film.
I'd rather it be a film.
It's like a film.
Oh, well,
I'd rather have 2 hours instead of 8 hours to watch.
Well, now I just want to throw myself out the window. Because if it's a film, then I've just watched it.
Yeah.
but if it's a show, then I've just watched parts of every episode.
Explain. I thought that was more.
It clearly shows you. No, because that's it. Because it clearly shows you the story from start to finish. Right? Emilio Estevez pops up. Everyone gets excited about it. I clicked on it, and then like a twat, my
press like.
No, but I actually start halfway through the trailer. Halfway through the trailer, I actually felt emotion, and I hated myself for it. Like I hated it.
I don't blame you. It'd be like if they made a new Three Ninjas film. Like I feel these that same way. Like I'd despise it from the bottom of my fucking heart. But it'd make its money.
I loved Mighty Ducks. I really loved it. I even liked D2. Like I'm not even ashamed to say
D2 the Winter Olympics.
Yeah. Did you like D3?
It was a significant step down, but I watched it. I can't say I liked it.
Is Emilio even in that one?
Yes, he is.
Emilio's still in it.
Only briefly in D3. Did you watch?
I don't know if I remember it.
Yeah, I definitely watched it. 100% watched it.
You're answering like a You're answering like a Tory politician. You've not answered my question once. Did you like it? Yes or no?
No, I said that's what I said. I don't feel like I disliked it. I didn't hate it. It was a step down, but I definitely watched it, and I want to say more than once. So I must have at least liked it a little bit, or I was just desperate for some nostalgia from the first two, which I loved. But yeah, this is just like I watched it and I really wanted it. I wanted to hate it and I didn't. But I have watched the whole thing and it is just the first film over again. But I'm probably still going to fucking watch it.
How would you remake the Mighty Ducks?
I wouldn't. That's the thing. I would just leave it alone.
Oh, mate, just play the game for fuck's sake. We've got like an hour to kill.
Because I genuinely wouldn't. Though I wouldn't. There are certain things that I would remake. There's certain things that I'd bring back or reboot. That's not one of them.
That headboard's getting an absolutely hammering.
I know. It's like, what's the problem? What's the problem, ladies? Why are you being aggressive about it? It's just a headboard, mate, with the collar up.
I don't think there's anything that you.
I didn't realise my collar was up. I took my jumper off. This clearly happened.
Everything that you're doing is offending everyone.
Yeah, and again, I'm okay with it. Because when I open my mouth, that generally offends people anyway. So I'm cool with it.
Same. It's great.
Hey, Mike.
What was it this time? You couldn't have gone for another chat.
What? No. I went to pick up something from the other room.
How would you remake the Mighty Ducks? Adam's saying he wouldn't remake it.
Like Mean Machine, send them all to prison. Make it. Send them all to prison, and then it's ice hockey prison rules. That is an incredible film. Cast Jason Statham as Emilio Estevez. Perfect. Come at me, bro.
You all have to smuggle your own hockey sticks in.
Yeah, you just got to make them out with toothpicks. What you got to take together. Genius up here, lads. All I need is about 6 beers. Come on, imagine it.
Do you know what? I don't know why, but I would fully watch that film.
Telling you, it'd be entertaining as fuck.
Of course you would.
You'd have to try and cast Tom Cruise as like the warden. You'd have to be someone, Joe, completely, Joe, who just looks like a vindictive little weasel.
Yeah.
You'd have to be tiny, so that's the only reason I jumped to Tom Cruise. He doesn't look like a vindictive little weasel. He's just like he's really, really small.
No, but he has got a face you want to hate. Like, let's face it, none of us like Tom Cruise.
I've enjoyed watching the downfall of Tom Cruise for the last decade of him making Mission Impossible films. It's been entertaining. Watch a man wanting to kill himself on film.
Do you know the best part of any Mission Impossible film that I've watched is watching him actually break his ankle.
That or Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
He's literally that.
I can't even tell you how many times I've rewound and watched him break his ankle though.
Just watch it on YouTube. It's like the best of from different angles.
You see it like when he was on the Graham Norton show and they showed it. Like you really see it.
And Top Gear and every chat show he did. He rolled it out, didn't he?
Yeah, but he played on it like. But watching him in that much pain was a lot of fun. And seeing the take when he jumps up and he's like trying to walk and he's like,
and he's like, oh!
And he's like, and you can see in his eyes that he just wants to die. Like, man, there's so hours of fun there, hours of enjoyment and viewing pleasure.
Do you guys like any Tom Cruise films?
I like some Tom Cruise films. Yes. I do not like Tom Cruise.
I like a bunch of Tom Cruise films. Interview with a Vampire is probably his best. Jerry Maguire, Risky Business.
Cocktail.
No, I don't like them too. A Few Good Men. No.
Oh, great. That's his best. That's my favourite one. Few Good Men.
What, A Few Good Men? He did it from the late 80s until maybe 95, 96. And he did banger after banger, but he was like medium Joe billing, like star at that point. Is before he really broke through to being like Joe. He's before he had his teeth straightened.
Yeah.
It was before he had that $1 million smile, basically.
Yeah, and then he did. Then he started doing shit like Eyes Wide Shut and just awful stuff.
Was it Vanilla Sky I watched? And at the end of it, I went, what the fuck have I just watched? Do I need to watch it again? I started watching it again about 2 months later, and I went, why the fuck am I doing this to myself?
Mike, Debbie still won't let me live down the fact that we went to Odeon or whatever it was at the time in Trafford to watch a film. We just went out one night. It was before we was married, obviously, and then we'd had a few drinks in the bar, went to go and watch a film. We'd gone to watch something in particular, and it was full. So we just said to them, yeah. So we did. There was literally no seats available on the screen that we wanted to go in, or the time we wanted to go in. So it's just like, what else is out? And the guy, if I could find him now, I swear to God, I'd stamp all over him. But the guy behind the counter went, well, Vanilla Sky's out. It's got Tom Cruise in and Penelope Cruz. And I was like, it's two fairly well-known. Like Tom Cruise is like a bankable star at that point. Penelope Cruz, yeah, she's banging. Like, I'll watch that. Yeah. So, yeah, two for Vanilla Sky, yeah. It's the film that I've been close. I've never walked out of a film because I always stay until the end just in case the end like switches everything up. Yeah, and it ends up being like there's a major twist at the end and it ends up being an amazing 2 hours versus 2 hours I'm never going to get back. and Vanilla Sky is 2 hours that I am never getting back in my life, and Debbie still won't let me live it down. She's honestly like, you like films. You've always been the one that if I want to watch a film or we want to go and watch something good, you're the one that picks it, and you took me to see that. And it genuinely wasn't my fault, but it also.
What was the other film?
I can't remember.
See, it couldn't have been that great of a film. It's not like you've gone to watch. Oh, I'm trying to think what Debbie would think of a great film at the time. I don't even know what Debbie likes.
When I met Debbie, she hadn't watched an awful, like an obscene amount of films. She's not a film person. She watches some things. She likes some stuff. But she doesn't like a lot of films. So she watched. She hadn't watched things like. She's never watched A Few Good Men. She hadn't watched Shawshank Redemption. Just like basic stuff like that. It's some of the greatest films of all time. She's never watched The Godfather. She's never watched.
This way, never watched The Godfather.
Yeah, it's just she's just she. Like,
that's on you, Alan.
When they say opposites attract, me and Debbie are a perfect example of the fact that I absolutely love films and she has no time for that shit. It's like I can't be doing with what she's very much like I can't be doing with watching fake people do fake things. Not into it.
Okay.
Whereas I'm like, yay, fantasy! Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, we couldn't be more opposite in that respect.
Does she like none of them? Like, not even the Princess Bride.
Nope. We watched
what the fuck? Bride. Who doesn't like the Princess Bride?
Chill. So she's seen the Princess Bride.
I will not chill. I will not chill about the Princess Bride.
We watched it one New Year's Eve, to be honest, when Harry was younger, and it was one of the first ones where he'd stayed up until 12 o'clock, so I stuck the Princess Bride on. It was the first time he'd watched it. It was the first time she'd watched it. She was just like, this is stupid. Harry loved it, obviously.
Have you watched any Mel Brooks films?
She didn't like Clue. She didn't like Life of Brian. I know that's not a Mel Brooks film, but she didn't like Life of Brian.
It's like Blazing Saddles and shit.
She's never seen Blazing Saddles. She wasn't really a big fan of the Holy Grail. She just sat there going, "Why are you two pissing yourselves?"
Because it's not the Messiah.
But even like when we watched the Holy Grail, and she's just like, I don't understand you two. And me and Harry are like, it is but a scratch.
It is but a scratch. Come back here, I'll bite your pissing knee off.
Your arm's off. No, it isn't.
And honestly, we would sit genuinely, tears streaming down our face, and she just doesn't get it, just doesn't understand it. It's like this. She just calls it boy humor. She's just like, this is very much boy humor. It's not my thing. She likes true stories and period dramas, and that's about as far as she goes with film.
Mate, the tale of Sir Robin and Sir Lancelot are my favourite tales. So the Sir Robin song kills me every time. And then the Sir Lancelot, where he literally just he kicks the bride in the fucking it's just he just goes on a massacre. It's just what if Mike made a film, that's exactly what would happen. I feel like that scene was directed by Mike. You're muted. Yeah. That scene was directed by Mike.
I would argue that it's the Dark Knight, the Black Knight was probably closer to my humour. Either that or the Rabbit.
That's why that's it. Lancelot. The Dark Knight. Well, when he gets on the bridge.
The Rabbit, honest, all of it. To be honest, like I watched them very, very young with my dad. Like I remember the first time I watched would have been Life of Brian. I watched first, and I'd never laughed so much in my life when I watched it, and I was like, I don't understand why anyone could be mad at this.
Yeah,
I honestly like. I don't get why anyone would get mad at a film poking fun at a religion anyway. When it's even so obvious, like it's firmly tongue in cheek. It's not even about Jesus, and people got pissed off.
Although he is featured,
he is featured, but they are in no way at any point in that film are they in any way disrespectful to Jesus.
Yeah,
like they're genuinely not. And watching the old interviews where they've sat on, like John Cleese and Eric Idle have sat on panels with like religious figures of the time and spoke about it intelligently and tried to point out that we are not taking the piss out of Jesus. We're taking the piss out of this guy that was just born on the same day, who people stupidly follow. We're basically making fun of stupidity. And they still are just like, no, it's blasphemous. And honestly, until they're blue in their face, they could argue the same point as eloquently as they want or as intelligently as they want, and it just wasn't going to go.
I would argue that was worse to Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to Catholicism, not to Christians, to Catholics. Like, it was pretty harsh on Catholics.
But at the same time, it wasn't directly about Jesus, but it was indirectly about Jesus.
Yeah, it was just like he used weird loopholes which are there within that book. Yeah. Throughout that book, and he's just used that loophole to go, look, this is how stupid this all is. And I think that's why it's probably Kevin Smith's best film.
But it's this all of the Monty Pythons are just fucking hilarious, man. If you don't like them, then fuck it. It's just hilarious. Did we so that was the Mighty Ducks anyways.
where we slowly transitioned into good films.
yeah, exactly, just away from that. I feel like Mike, I've now made my mix, so I've got spiced rum and root beer.
I'm into it. When you told me this before we went live, I was like, "Oh, it sounds like it'd be like adult Dr. Pepper." That's what it was like to me in my head. Kind of.
Like when I saw root beer initially, and I thought, what would be good with that? And obviously, everyone goes with the Silent Assassin, which is vodka. But I thought I need something to complement it a little bit more. That's a bit more harsh. That has a very distinct taste, and I thought rum would be good with it. But I thought rum on its own, it would just taste like an alcoholic root beer. So I need something else. And I was like, just spice rum. Fuck it. They've done all of it for me. They've got the vanilla and cinnamon and what have you. So I just thought, fuck it, chuck it in there. And it works, guys. It works.
I'm into anything where you're drinking root beer.
Yeah.
But root beer with alcohol.
Yeah, root beer and spice rum, guys. If you've not tried it, do try it, man. It's fucking delicious. It's lovely.
I will be getting on that. I got given these weird mixes, and I'm going to have one in a bit. So, grapefruit and rosemary tonic water.
What the fuck?
Anyone have them before?
Nope.
So, I got given them because my stepdad went, your mum bought me these. They ruined my favourite gin, so you can have them. So I'm like, oh, cheers, nice one. Looking forward to it.
Honesty, though. Honesty. You know what I mean?
What is wrong with me? This tastes like shit, Mike. Do you want to try it? Go on, then. If you're putting booze in it.
Yeah, give us a couple. Yeah. It sounds like something I'd say. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
What's that? You said it tastes like pine and arseholes. Yeah, go on, then.
Mate, fantastic. Alan, you've got a bit of a Marvel. I feel like we moved away from Marvel, but let's just jump back there for a second.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of a Marvel setup for us.
So I was going to run through the shows that are coming up to see just basically what we all rate them in terms of excitement from 1 to 10. Just give it a score and see what they get by the end of it. If you want to tell any of them to get in the bin, I'm okay with it.
Nice.
So the first one we've got is I Am Groot, which is a series of animated shorts about Groot.
Get in the bin.
I'd say I wouldn't say get in the bin, but maybe 2. I thought that you can do some fun things with it.
I felt 2 as well, you know.
I feel like it's not aimed. It's not really aimed at me. Like,
I don't feel like it's aimed at anyone though.
It's definitely aimed at kids what find Groot cute. Like that is the target audience. It's a Disney target audience.
I feel like this is going to be the one that Alan and I would say to. I feel like we'd watch it and still keep our scores, but I feel like it's one that Mike would go, actually, that was quite funny.
Yeah, the 8. This was sick.
Yeah,
absolutely love it. Like, this is the best thing that's ever been done. I love that stick.
Imagine if it comes out though, we're all expecting like an animated kid short, and it's just Groot.
Vin Diesel smashing people's heads in.
Just impaling people on branches for like 10 minutes every week.
So into that.
Yeah.
So into that.
I mean, it would have to be something along those lines for Mike to enjoy it. So, yeah. Maybe.
So I'm going 2, Nick's on 2, Mike. Level of
now, after we've had that conversation, more than 0 will get in the bin. I'm going to go for about 3 now. Now, because I'm feeling like I might get the opportunity to see people getting impaled.
So that's an overall 7 out of 30. So that was fast maths, and you're all welcome. I've got next up is Falcon and Winter Soldier. I feel like we're all fairly excited about that.
I'm excited about this.
6.
Wow, straight in with it. So
just where my head was at as well.
Just below WandaVision, so 0.5 below WandaVision for you. 1 below or 2 below WandaVision for you. I'm going to go. I want to go for the same. I feel like it's going to be a different type of series altogether, but I feel like it's that stupid action that I would enjoy. So I'm going to go for the 7. I'm not going to rate it as high as WandaVision, as they took chances and risks. I feel like we're going to see a lot of shit in Falcon and Winter Soldier that we've seen before. So it's going to be, but I feel like it can be done with the Marvel finesse. So I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm going to say 7.
Even before WandaVision, I was more looking forward to WandaVision than Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was just generally more interested in that WandaVision. Like from the start, as soon as I heard what it was, I was more excited about that. But I feel 6, I'm not mental about it. I feel like it'll probably outperform what I'm feeling it's going to. Much the reverse of WandaVision, because I had so much hyped up in my head for that. With this one, I've got 0 expectations, but I think I'm going to enjoy just dumb fun.
Fair.
Cool.
Fair.
That's higher than the last one, so that's 19 out of 30.
So 19. Well done, Nick.
Thanks. I've had a beer as well.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, I sounded not as patronising as I wanted to when I just said that.
Sorry, Alan. I think you made a mistake. You said not as patronising.
No. That's right.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I just love setting them up. Yeah, go on. Go on now. What's the next one?
Next one is Loki.
7.5. I'm excited about Loki, genuinely. I'm going
to keep the same, and I'm going to say 7.
Right.
Again, I think we know where Loki's at, so we know kind of what we're going to expect from him. He's bad, but we've definitely seen that he's got a heart. He can be
anti-hero.
Anti-hero. So I feel like I don't know if we're going to get anything too different, but I feel like what we're going to get is more of what we enjoy. So I'm going to say 7.
Time cops. That's all I thought. As soon as I thought he's him jumping about the multiverse and time and space, I was like, it's either time cops or what's the one for Scott Black? And he keeps on going into different bodies. Quantum
leap. Quantum leap. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like a cross between them two. And in my head, I feel that'd be really, really, really fun. Just it could be from one episode as silly and ridiculous as possible to really, really, really dark and serious.
Mate, what was the Quantum Leap theme tune?
No, I don't know. I know if you do,
mate, it's in my head.
It's going to be in my head.
I can't quite get it. So who knows the Quantum Leap theme tune?
I feel like I do know it, and I don't, but I don't at the same time.
Every time that fucking 18 keep popping in my head, but it kind of finishes like din 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 or something. What is it? What is it? What is it?
I'm not really bothered. Moving on. Who cares?
No, Alan and I are in this.
No, I know. I went too deep. I need to Google it. I'm sorry.
Mate, you have to play it. Put us out of our misery.
I will do. Quantum Leap theme tune.
Sing the theme tune.
The fuck is that?
Absolute knobheads.
Right, hang on.
Blows away. If this isn't Mortal Kombat.
Time travel within his own lifetime. Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the quantum leap accelerator. He woke to find himself trapped in the past, facing mirror images that were not his own, and driven by an unknown force to change history for the better.
It sounds like she's describing Captain Planet.
It does.
He's a hero.
We all know that theme.
Only Sam can see and hear. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself
Where's the music?
Oh, no. I was not remembering this.
Here we go.
There we go.
Why does it sound like a pause screen on like an old like Commodore game?
Why does it sound? It sounds like well, it sounds very 80s, which is exactly what it was. But
I remember this.
And this week on Quantum Leap, Sam finds himself in the body of a young girl.
This tastes like shite.
That was Quantum Leap. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
It's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Don't buy this.
Don't buy it.
No, it's the worst.
What type of 80s porno,
like
Amy?
80s porno.
Like which one specifically?
Yeah.
Get back to us. Get back to us. Send the link.
Yeah. or just a name, you know.
Just the name.
You can Google.
What did they do in it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the
what
next
were
one?
they fixing?
Yeah.
Sorry. Just want
the sink in it. It's always the sink.
No, it could be the fridge. Sometimes it's the heating.
No, that's modern. That's 90s. That the 80s. It's just plumbing, isn't it?
You sorted out the plumbing.
What's your air conditioning is broken? Oh my god, it's just so hot in here.
Oh,
you're talking about German porn. I was just talking about good old normal like American porn, like everyone else watched.
No,
you just watched like the just the weird German porn.
The weird German shit.
Weird German porn.
I don't know. It just sounds like how I imagine an 80s porno. Yeah, but like how, Amy? Is what we
but like what would be happening in the background? Pizza delivery.
What exactly would they do?
Why is it always German?
I don't know.
Why is it always German, Alan?
I don't know. It's just because, it's very sexy. Yeah, this is what you want.
Just wait a second. Did you just say German sexy?
Yeah, it's very sexy.
Nope.
You don't like
no.
You don't like you don't like me, Michael. Please come on. Yes, you don't like it. Yeah.
Do you know what's going to happen next time I see you?
What? What?
Quantum Queef.
What?
Is that the 80s? Is that the 80s?
Quantum Queef.
That's amazing.
I would like to know if the term queef was about in the 80s. Genuinely would like to know that.
If the term wasn't about, the action will have been.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have meant anything if if it wasn't a word.
Hey, Alan, is that what you watch? Quantum Queef?
Yeah, Somebody kept jumping back in time and then coming and there was farts. And
yes. Is that the spanner in your pocket or you just happen to see me?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why a spanner?
Why? Why not spanner?
Because it's big and goes fat at the end.
That's what she said. I found it funny. Fuck off. Yeah.
I feel like that joke was set up for you, Mike. I'm not giving you that.
Okay, fuck off.
I refuse to laugh.
Right. Anyway, so you two gave Loki, what was it? Was it 7.5 and 7? Is it 7.5 and 7?
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
Okay, yeah, I gave it a 4. I'm not into it. I don't want to see Loki after Avengers when he's still being a dickhead. I was happy with the fact that he's out of it and gone and dead, and we got a nice, satisfying character arc. I don't need any more of him. I don't need the show at all.
Okay, cool. Why is he not getting the bin then?
Because I'll watch it, because it'll still probably be actually really entertaining, because Hiddleston in that character is fucking great.
He's made for it. The fact that he went to Thor.
Madness. Absolutely
in what
madness.
fucking world? He would have had to put on like 4 times his body weight in muscle to make it look realistic.
Clearly.
Or just wear like a Vinnie Jones juggernaut suit.
What do you mean that wasn't really Vinnie Jones? What?
Yeah, Vinnie Jones did apparently all the horse tranquilizers and steroids at once and got jacked.
But he was the juggernaut, bitch.
Amy, in fairness, you should be sad that you said you always bring the tone down with your smut. So, you know, you should be,
What you said was far worse whatever any of us three have said on this live.
I mean,
ever.
To be fair, Amy, I'm just disappointed you didn't send a link.
Amy, we need you to elaborate what 80s porn exactly.
I
thought Vicky told us what it was.
Oh yeah,
I thought she'd been sent it.
Please, someone Google that.
I will be later, but you won't be live.
Right, next one is Marvel's What If. So it's another animated show. I don't know if it's going to be short or if it's going to be like 20 minutes or so.
4.
Nah. Yeah, I'm going 3.
I think we're going to get the odd really good What If, and the rest of it's just going to be bare trash. So I'm going to say 4.
Yeah. Mike went away because he was so offended by Quantum Queef, and then the thought of What If.
Is that the name of this show, Quantum Queef?
It's got to be, because that is a fucking fire joke.
Hey, who said that? Vix, that is amazing.
Yeah. She often has the best jokes, you know. Like
she's like low key bare hilaire.
I was just thinking that, like, not bare hilaire, because I would never say that, but low key, like, genuinely hilarious. Like bare hilaire, very much sounded like. Which Disney film is it where they go view hello?
View hello. That is
it Mary
Alice
Poppins?
No, it's Alice in Wonderland. No, it is Mary Poppins. Yeah, when they're on the
horse racing. Yeah.
A view hello.
That is what exactly what you just reminded me of.
I thought you was doing Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mate, fuck that film.
Oh, hello.
That's you today. Don't fade in. Hello, puppets. Oh, hello.
Mate, fuck.
It's not a bad impression, that lad.
Don't be like, I know, I've worked on it for years, Mike, since like 96 or whatever it came out.
Why even bother? Why waste your time on that film?
Because it's my favourite actor in the entire world, and that is a gem of a film.
Fucking stupid film made for twats. Fucking
so
bullshit.
Yep, great stuff.
Piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Mrs. Doubtfire can suck a dick.
She probably could.
She could suck a dick.
Yep.
She had lovely lips.
Do it like a lady. Do it just like a lady.
And all that cream all over her face.
Yeah, all that cream all over the face.
All of it. All the cream. Mike, what score are you giving What If in terms of excitement?
5.
Oh, higher than us.
Yeah.
5.
Ooh.
So that's a 12 out of 30.
But you said it like 5.
Like,
no,
like
5.
Still average.
I feel because I've not looked into what ifs they are doing, so I feel like there's potential within that scope to do incredible things.
Yeah,
like just in like what you'll never see again. Like after it's done here, it probably won't end up being done in the MCU ever again.
Yeah. I could see it being one of the it's a What If, so it's probably is going to be the only one that's outside of the like the cinematic universe. It's not going to be included in anything. It's just going to be like a dream series of just shit that could have happened. So yeah, I'm cool with that. But it's still at like a 3 for me. So whatever.
Yeah, I get people not being into it. I mean, I think it's a series. If you bang into all the old comics and stuff, you're probably really excited about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's going to be a load of the old crosses, which were like a one and done kind of thing. Joe, what were in stuff what wasn't counted as canon, like the what if Deadpool kills the universe I've mentioned before in previous slides. If they did that one episode would make that the best thing. I feel like they've done, like because it's like the one thing I'd want the most, but I don't know if I'd ever get.
Yeah, so you feel like they're going to give you new things that you're probably going to enjoy, but they're not going to live up to your expectations.
Yeah, because they're definitely not going to go that dark on an animated show. I don't think
they won't go as far as him killing the universe, but I just think I just feel like we get the opportunity, especially with him owning all the 20th century, like the Fox stuff. We could get like Marvel, we could get X-Men stuff in there, like clearly, like. What's that for that not to happen? They said it could, and they said that the X-Men in some way or the Fantastic Four will in some way feature within this block. It feels like quite an easy place to put them.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. But like, it's just not excited about it. But yeah, I'll still watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I'm sat in the middle of the road. Like I'm more excited about that than I am the Groot thing.
Yeah.
Like clearly, like I feel like there's more.
The Groot thing.
Yeah. Like, as much as him killing people with like stabbing people for a bunch of episodes is going to be good, I don't know if that's going to be as good or entertaining as watching stuff I'm never going to see in the MCU again.
And it's definitely never going to happen. Like Groot ain't going to kill no folk. Like it's just not going to happen. It's probably going to be. I would imagine there's
him
one
growing in his teenage years.
There's definitely a whole episode of him dancing.
Yeah,
like that's the vibe that I get from that group. That
I wouldn't be mad at a Footloose episode of Groot. I would not be mad at a Footloose version of with Groot.
The Guardians of the Galaxy 2 intro is probably one of the best intros I've seen to a MCU film.
Yeah, but that's because of everything else that's going on. I suppose if they do that, if there's other stuff going on around him, and he's
that's the only way they could do. If it's just him dancing in the fucking studio, no one's going to watch it.
It's him just in a plant pot trying to make it as a dancer. Do you know what I mean?
Like the fact that he was, but that's the thing. It needs to be the whole concept. So the fact that he's dancing in this amazing battle that we're only kind of seeing bits of is happening in the background, but you still appreciate it.
Unless they did like a late 20s flash dance Groot, and I'd be fucking into that. That would be hilarious. I would watch.
See, you can go anywhere with it. Like
if they went, if 1 minute he's welding and the next minute he's got water pouring all over him, like I'm okay.
And he gets a load of leaves.
Yeah. Actually, I might change my score. Sign me up.
But I'm more like Groot. Yeah, like I said, 3. But I feel like this has got the ability to bring in different characters we haven't seen as well before. I think that's a bigger pull as well.
Okay, fair enough. Nick went away.
What do you reckon he's doing?
I'd power wank.
Seeing if he can beat the record running around his gaff with a cock out.
He's seeing if he can have a wank quicker than you've had a shit.
I bet he can't. Because I didn't. I just went to pick my bang up.
No, I get that.
My hooker pipe. What?
I don't know. I don't know how to load these comments. I don't know if Nick only has access to showing people's interest in the podcast.
I think you have to have are you on a laptop?
Yeah.
Has he not made you one of the cold fingers of it? Maybe he's back anyway.
Why would I make Alan the coat anything?
Whose go is it, Nick?
What's this? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so there's comments. Do your bit while I say the next show is Hawkeye.
He's a plant pot. Right, trying to make it as a dancer, but the preacher of the planet says no. Dancing and Groot then leads to the town to dance.
See, Flashdance.
Plant.
There you go.
Counting his money in the swimming pool. Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Mate, say the fuck out of my... Get out of my head. Right, and back to
Scrooge McDuck in it.
Exactly.
Hang on a minute. Was Groot dancing to 70s music, or was Nick counting his money to 70s music?
Come on.
Loving you.
Good God.
I just pour it over me every now and again. Just pour it over me.
Oh,
Smooth
right,
moves.
anyway.
Well, Vic's not invited to my swimming pool anymore. Only you, Mike. But you have to wear your skimpy little thing.
The special thing.
The special thing. You know.
The pink ones.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Alan likes the pink one.
I can make him go each way now. Magic.
Really?
At the same time, like, how he can get me bollocks to do that is beyond me. But
I know you could master it.
Yeah,
I always have faith in
now.
I literally just put on Night Fever.
Mike Fever.
Mike Fever. I've got Mike Fever right now. Oof. Mate, Vix is the only thing stopping us from being together. Get her out of the picture.
No, your dick's pretty much in the way as well.
I don't think she's the only thing.
Mike's been flirting like a little horny little dog.
Yeah, but flirting doesn't mean I'm gonna suck your dick, does it?
Hey, mate, the way you lick your lips, I don't know. I beg to differ sometimes, mate. Right, come on. Anyways, come on. Can we go on to the next one?
I've said it 3 times. It's Hawkeye.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going to be training his kid daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, gotta be.
Only if something really bad happens to her and he just goes all fucking mental again.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, if he just goes
turns into the Ronin again.
Yeah, I need him to go back into Ronin. If it's just Hawkeye, then fuck him.
Is this going to be a shit version of Tim Allen on his farm teaching him how to do bow and arrow? I couldn't give a toss about it.
I couldn't care. Like his purpose was served and it's done. Why?
He should have died on that rock.
He should have died. Not Scarlett Johansson. He should have died. He should be dead. He doesn't deserve.
He should have been a gentleman about it and took a fucking head dive. After all, he has massacred a fucking shit ton of people.
All he is a pussy. As far as
he should be getting put to death on planet Earth for what he's done.
For what he's done. He should be killed for what he's done, or have the fucking decency to take his own life.
To save the woman he loves more than his wife, clearly.
Yeah. Man's a bitch.
I think we broke Alan for a bit there.
Yeah. Like, I was genuinely excited about this one. Hawkeye is not my guy, but I was just watching it. I was like, oh, okay. Because I can't remember who's been cast as his daughter.
The one what was in the films.
No, it's not. It's the bird. It's the young one from Pitch Perfect, who's also Haley Steinfeld from 17 again. Not 17 again. What's it called? The Edge of 17. Haley Steinfeld. So it's her, I think, that's been cast as his daughter. So I was like, yeah, I'm fucking into that. That she can act. I want to see her in a Marvel film going forward. So it made it.
They're going to be making Young Avengers, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I can see why they've actually cast her instead of the original one, because it's more of a pull there.
And also the original one, she looked like she was shy of being on camera, and that's not the sort of thing that you're going for.
She seemed real. It seemed real. And mate, at the Endgame opening scene, it seemed like these guys were just a family. It was fucking real. It's the best acting I've ever seen with that guy.
They did seem like a family. She didn't seem like a hero. You couldn't have seen her punching fuck out of some robot on the street.
Yeah, but in
all fairness, the dad doesn't punch fuck out of robots. His dad is a little bitch.
Little bitch. That would let his best friend die on a rock instead of take his own life. Little pussy. Man's a pussy old bitch.
Hey, that man released an album. Have you heard it?
No, but I have heard.
Go and listen to it, and then you'll understand every ounce of remorse I've got towards that man.
I get that. I've seen the videos of these. You know these videos that you get on YouTube that pop up on your timeline where it's like, look at these celebrities who can sing, and he's not one of them. But he is one of them. Do you know what I mean? He's on every video, but he definitely is like
he can sing in the same way Russell Crowe can sing.
He can sing in the same way that Liam Hemsworth can act.
Yeah, no, Russell Crowe's a sick actor. You know about?
No, like I said, he can sing in the same way Liam Hemsworth can act.
I was going to say, mate, American Gangster, Gladiator. What are you chatting about?
Like, yes, you can do it. Yeah, you will look pretty doing it, but for the sake of everybody else,
should you?
Don't do it.
I just don't think he's found his lane. When he realizes he can do big dumb jock in comedy, he'd be better off.
He did it a bit in Tag. Oh, do you mean Liam Hemsworth? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, just don't act anymore.
But how can you say that though? How much did he make, do you reckon, from the Hunger Games series?
I not as much as Jennifer Lawrence or the other dumb dickhead that was in it. And then he made like all the awful films. And then he made
the other dumb dickhead.
And then he made Independence Day Forever. And he also dated Miley Cyrus. Like that, when your best achievement in acting is convincing the world that Miley Cyrus is nice enough to date, you fucked up.
Yeah, that's a bit harsh. She seems all right to me.
Does she?
Yeah, she went through a bit of a wild time. Like, why wouldn't you when you were a millionaire when you were young? Think about it, if you was a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, famous across the world at 21. You saying you wouldn't be a big old dickhead, right? You would
without being a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but I mean to the extent what we're talking about with that caliber person.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. If I had the same money as Justin Bieber at 21, I would not be alive, but I would also be a far bigger dickhead. I would be leaving monkeys everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just Germany, everywhere, just for fucking shits and giggles. Why not?
Yeah.
Too far, Alan?
No, I'm okay.
Never too far. Can I just say I don't know if this has been expressed, but Hawkeye's a fucking pussy, should have died.
Do you know when you say pussy hole? Do you mean actual
flat,
like actual hole?
You don't know what I mean.
Or do you mean
Hawkeye's a fucking pussy, He should have died. Should have died on that rock.
It's just the sphincter, Alan. That's what it means. Not the surrounding part, just the sphincter.
So the strongest part, one of the strongest muscles in the body. That's Hawkeye.
You're starting to sound like a pussy to me, bruv. You're starting to sound like a pussy to me. Listen, yeah.
Hawkeye. I didn't say it personally. I just think he's a bit of a wet cunt.
Oh yeah, the wet cunt. What a cunt, meaning a fucking woman's vagina. What also contains the strongest muscle in the world, apparently, according to Alan's.
No, it's because you just described him as the actual hole.
No, I mean the fucking scaredy cat. Is what I mean.
All right,
the whole of a cat. He's a scaredy cat vagina, a pussy hole.
He's a scaredy cat. Anyway.
That's what I meant by it.
Let's move on.
That's that stuff. That's that tough London street talk, isn't it? Scaredy cat.
You scaredy cat.
Mate, I've seen people in London get shot for that kind of talk.
Man, Nick's from the end, you know. Don't piss him off, you scaredy cat.
Alan, you were literally looking like you were sitting in your grandma's house. All right, you don't talk about streetness. All right. You look like you're about to be served tea, bro. Don't be talking about streetness.
Joy, come and bring me a brew. You know, I'm okay with it.
Mate, you look like Hyacinth Bouquet is about to slap you, bro. Just allow it.
No,
Right?
you know why she's not? Because she's dead.
Is she really?
Yeah, she actually is dead, isn't she? Mike, you muted.
I know I had to because I was cackling too much, and then you just went, well, she's dead, and that literally stunned me into silence just to laugh even more. Like, like I never just gone, I need to separate my laughs so people understand I'm laughing at a separate joke. There's a defined gap. It was funny. Then he said she's dead, and that's funny again. Like,
it's not even the fact that you're trying to hide the fact that you're laughing about the fact that she's dead. You were just trying to purposefully separate your laughs to make a point of the fact that you were laughing at the fact that she's dead.
No, it was the delivery of she's dead. Not that the poor woman passed. Just the sheer nonchalance of Alan's. Doesn't matter. She's dead. Don't pin this one on me. I might be pissed, but I didn't mock a dead person.
What you were saying, it sounded like you were separating your laughter for the fact that you wanted to pinpoint the fact that you were laughing at the fact that she was dead. And
yeah, that as well.
The delivery of that. But, and to be fair, like what? Like so what? I didn't insult her. I just stated a fact. That is it.
Yeah, like Bobby said, old people die.
She died. She died. She done died.
Oh, sorry, Vic.
Oh, she's not even dead.
She's not dead.
That makes it even funnier. So I want again. Everyone to acknowledge this is a separate laugh.
I'm Googling it. Hang on a minute. Keeping up appearances. Where are you?
Onslow dead.
YouTube.
I know Onslow's dead.
If you don't take this podcast off after this, YouTube gives no fucks. YouTube gives zero fucks.
Man, she's 92 years old. She ain't dead.
How's she still alive, man? How the fuck?
She's 92. She was born in 1929.
One foot in the grave.
90.
Come on. That is a different show, but a great fucking joke. Come on.
It's in terms of era that I will allow you that joke. That is a cracker.
Thank you.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, she's fully not dead. Shit.
Onslow is though.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Because Onslow is, I'm sure her husband that played Richard was. I'm sure like her other sister or something. A load of people have died from that show because it was all over.
I think I remember the next door neighbour died as well.
Yeah, like, but how is she still alive? What is she eating?
Rose is dead.
Rose is blood.
No, Rose was a sister. Who's the other one?
There was Rose and Violet, and then a brother Onslow.
Yeah, what was the neighbour's name?
Oh, Richard, and then what was his sister's name? Weird relationship that brother and sister living together at that age. Odd.
What?
They were a brother. The next door neighbours were brother and sister.
Oh right. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
odd.
BBC though, isn't it?
But what was the neighbour's name?
Right, so full of fucking weirdos, incest, and nonsense.
Yeah, BBC, isn't it?
Never mind. Yeah, I see where you're going with that, Mike.
Where is it based? Norfolk. Am I right with
that? Wait, I can't laugh at that. I've got people.
I love how he initially laughed.
You can't laugh at it.
He initially went, like he so laughed at it, and then he went, "Oh no, I'm not allowed."
I'll say it was a reminder to you. It was just a reminder to me. I was
Oi and everything. Oi, I can't laugh at that.
Oi.
I think you're broken.
Mike, we can hear you. Mike, we can hear you.
All right, he said it out loud. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, this episode has gone so west, it's ridiculous.
Oh. Right, I'll stay on, but you're going to have to give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, fucking hell.
Mike.
Oh, that Jinty's bad.
Oh, no. Oh, stop.
Didn't do anything.
I can't. Let's go to comments. Let's go to comments. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fucking hell. Don't even know what we're laughing at. So, hello everyone. It's just me now.
Oh, let me get that off. Next comment. Fuck. I can't. I can't. Oh God. Adam, what's the next question?
He's not coming back. He's dead. Why was the comment Rose is dead on the mini echo, by the way? Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, fuck. We need to do pick of the week. Right. Mike, fuck now. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing to me, bro?
Playing with my ball pit. That's what that noise is you can hear.
Is that what it is?
I was playing with my feet in a ball pit.
Okay, cool. Oh god, I can't do it. Vicky's right. Vicky's right. Professional. All right. Alan's meant to be running this thing. He's meant to. This is his one segment.
He's just gone. He's just gone. He's left. He's just. He's actually gone for that shit we was talking about before.
Oh, that's what...
Oh, he's changed. He's changed his location.
I had to come downstairs, so I was laughing that much. I was like, I've just come downstairs and said, Debbie, I'm gonna fucking wake the kids up. But I couldn't have to swap. I couldn't have to go.
Vicky's just running and grabbed my special tool off me and run out of the room with it.
Fucking.
Oh my god. I don't know what happened. Alan, this is meant to be your segment and you fully lost control.
I'm sorry, mate, this is not losing control. This is the best we've ever done.
Yeah, 10 minutes of just grunting and snorting and laughing. If you're just listening to this, you just feel like it sounds like a pig getting slaughtered.
Yeah, and also you're welcome. So we needed to score Hawkeye. So I'm going in at a 6. That's where I put it. I'm fairly excited about this one.
I've already forgot what I said.
I don't know. I don't think you did say anything. I don't think any of us did.
3 then.
We told you that Hawkeye should have been the one to die. That's where.
Yeah.
That's what we said about.
He's only getting a 3 just in case he might die in this one. Being deadly honest, like if he dies in this, he's served his purpose. You get the Young Avengers out of it. It's all right.
Right, Nick, what are you giving it, bro?
I think he's broke.
I lost Nick again.
Yeah, 3. A 3. I agree with
3.
Right, so what did you say? Mike, I don't know what you said. You said a 3 as well. Yeah, fucking hell, right. It's 12. It's a hard 12. Oh.
It's the longest 12.
That
Go on, I'll make the joke. Go on.
No.
No, small sport.
Right, so next one. You'll be all right with this, Mike. It's Moon Knight.
10s across the fucking board. I want to see a schizophrenic Batman murdering people, but I don't think we'll get the murdering people. But I think we'll just get probably more of the ancient Egypt stuff than him being schizophrenic. But I'm all in for all of it. Ancient Egypt gods in comic books, it's perfect for me. Yeah, let's go.
Are you going full 10 on Moon Knight?
Yeah, Moon Knight. Remember when we did our podcast about a year and a half ago when we was all recording, and I said this is the one. Like I wanted it to be a film.
Yeah,
it was one I picked out before they even announced Stage 4. I was like, I want Moon Knight, and I'm just really happy we're going to.
I think you picked it out after Ant-Man and Wasp. I think there was a bunch of references in Ant-Man and the Wasp that you was like,
yeah,
that's going to be the next one.
The next one I'm looking forward to anyway.
Cool. Nick?
My expectations, ever since Mike mentioned Moon Knight, my knowledge of Moon Knight wasn't that high until I started kind of reading up a lot about it, and then I got really excited about Moon Knight. And Mike's made basically said like a fucking batshit crazy Batman, in the Marvel universe, which is there's so many key elements to Moon Knight that is Batman,
but with Egyptian gods.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Batman, but with magic.
So I I feel like what they've done, the perception of them isn't going to live up to it. So I think it's going to be good, and I think Moon Knight's going to be a great introduction to this character because there's so many people that just still don't know who Moon Knight is. So I'm not going to go as high as Mike because I don't think it's going to be flawless. I think it's going to be good.
I didn't say it was going to be flawless. It's what I'm most excited for, though. That's the one I'm most
because
looking forward to.
Excitement level and not how it's actually going to be decent.
For excitement level, I'm going to go 8. I'm excited for it, but I don't think it can live up to, once again, which is the flaws with WandaVision. I don't think it will live up to my expectations of what I perceive Moon Knight to be, just because of the platform that it's on.
Right, sick. I'm going 6 because I know nothing about it, but like you say, again, from hearing Mike talk about it, I was just like, obviously, I'm going to watch them all, but it's a 6 for me because I know nothing about the character. I know nothing about the comics. I don't know who the villains are that are going to be in it. I'm not going to reckon it's going to be like going into Guardians of the Galaxy, where I know absolutely nothing about what's going to happen or who's going to be in it.
A 6 is a good place to be because it's only going to really, unless it's fucking bollocks, it's only going to really build up from that, and it may even boost you to
I hope
10.
so. Yeah.
I kind of know what I'm expecting. I know what Disney are capable of, but I also know what they're more likely to produce. That's why I'm staying around the 8 mark, just because that's where I think it's going to be. I think it's going to land there. I think it's going to be better than WandaVision. It's definitely going to be better than Falcon Winter Soldier, but I don't think it's going to be quite up to the expectations that I'm expecting for this character.
When do you think we're going to be introduced to the character? Because it's not just going to be that first episode of that. It's going to be before that.
No.
Because in my head, I was like, oh, he could fit into the Doctor Strange film fairly nicely.
I think so something like that. So around that kind of mysticism. So I reckon the Doctor Strange would be quite good, actually.
Even if it's just an acknowledgement of the character.
I felt like it would even, acknowledgement. But I think if he's gonna play like a part in it, I think it's gonna be like what Spider-Man was. Like again, Spider-Man for me has never been as good as Civil War. That for me is Spider-Man summed up. Just taking out guys with fucking ease, you know what I mean? And making these fucking quirky, like when I saw Spider-Man in Civil War, I was like, finally. You know what I mean? When I saw it, I was like, at last. This is Spider-Man.
We had Spider-Man 3 for that, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we got, I get what Mike's saying, though, because we've got, like Tom Holland in Spider-Man in Civil War was 6 months after Powers. And then we had another 6 months after that for Homecoming, 18 months after that for Infinity War, Endgame, and then sort of technically 5 years later technically 5 years later for Far From Home, even though it was in Tom Holland's life, it was only 18 months because he dusted for 5 years. So we've still not seen Spider-Man at the top of his game. We haven't seen OP Peter Parker. No,
agreed. But I still don't think like in Far From Home or Homecoming, I saw Spider-Man like he was in Civil War. I don't think we got that.
I think we've only ever seen glimpses of it, though. Like, we got it in Civil War more because we only got a very small part of him, and it was just him fighting. Yeah, and it was we only got the best bits of Spider-Man, whereas in the other films he's been in it more, so he's shown more of his flaws. Fine,
but yeah. So it's not even his flaws. It's even when he's at his peak, he still wasn't. It just didn't seem as good. Even when he was fighting, there's just anyone, man. Like I just don't feel like he was when he was fighting the Shocker. Either one in, you know what I mean? Fuck me. It wasn't. It just didn't like what he did in Civil War was for me. It was just like this is now my favorite scene in Marvel. I love this is Spider-Man. You've depicted Spider-Man in minutes. Yeah, of everything that we love and know about him, and he came into this fight. He took out these two guys that we absolutely fucking love, like a boss. These quirks that he was coming out with as well, the constant questions, everything. It was like watching a fucking Spider-Man animation or reading the comic. I was like, this is perfect. This is the Spider-Man that I like. In Homecoming, I did not enjoy the movie. I enjoyed it, but I don't feel like that he was on the level that he was in Civil War. And Far From Home, once again, the same. I think. I'm going to forget his name. Manifesto. What's his name?
Mephisto.
I think he took a lot of the limelight on his character. And once again, it was Spider-Man trying to find himself, picking up the pieces, doing this, which is a lot of Spider-Man.
Mysterio. I was like, he's talking about WandaVision.
He didn't sit right, and then Mysterio.
Mate, it's the only time that I've ever trusted you, Alan, and you let me down. So
Well, I mean, you couldn't think of it initially yourself, or whatever. Shut up, dickhead.
Yeah, exactly. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. You know the saying, mate. So it won't happen again.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, beat you in a race. Get it?
I said that I was uptight about this. It's still at the tip of your tongue. It's just burning there. Burning. Do we need to? Alan, do you know what? Sir? I'm gonna let you have it.
That's what she said.
Right. and there's Mike with the volley. Good stuff. Right. But I just think from a Spider-Man film, I'm aching to see that same Spider-Man that we got in Civil War again. He was almost OP in that. He was great. He was just the best Spider-Man that we've seen, and it was in such a short amount of time. And I understand why they did it, but at the same time, if they're going to bring these levels, they need to maintain that and then elevate these levels to allow them to grow. So if I don't even remember what the initial point was, I'm talking about Spider-Man. I talked about Moon Knight. I thought about Moon Knight and
Moon Knight.
Talking about it. Why am I even talking about Spider-Man?
I don't know.
No idea. You just wanted to talk about your best mate, apparently, and we just let you go do it. It's your show, kind of.
You got your Peter Tingle about Spider-Man, and we're just like, how we go for it?
There was a genuine point to this, and for the life of me, mate, when I watch it back tomorrow, I'm going to go, yeah, that was my
point. How did they not get that after that 20-minute diatribe of verbal diarrhea?
Just post a solo video of you just going, and to continue.
Wait, this is it. So, if we get, what I was going to say is, if we get a Moon Knight, that was like the Spider-Man in Civil War, so we should get a Moon Knight like we did in that Spider-Man, but all they need to do is maintain that level. So if he appears in Doctor Strange, he needs to be fucking sick. But if he's that level, he needs to continue that throughout. So if he has his own series, he needs to continue that level of fucking OP instead of just fucking.
It depends on how much they lean into the schizophrenia part of it, I suppose.
Yeah, but you won't get that, will you? Just from a 10-minute showing, you just get him just kicking the fuck out of people.
I'm on about the series. Like, you can still mix the series up. You don't need, because he won't be OP all the time if he's all fucking scrambled.
Like, imagine that his introduction to it is him just turning up to Bleecker Street, just like, can I see the doctor, please?
And that's the end of the show.
and then Strange is like, well, not that kind of doctor, bro. It just goes off.
What's the new movie, Shang-Chi, and the Give Rings? What we thinking?
And the five
rings.
Shang-Chi and the Five Rings. So that's a follow-on. So that's supposed to be a follow-on from, or linked into Iron Man 3, because the villain in it is going to be Mandarin. Don't like the proper Mandarin.
Proper Mandarin.
Not Ben Kingsley or whatever that other shit cult was called. I've just realised Harry sat on the chair facing me.
Like, staring at you. What the fuck is he going on about?
I just said those words. And
Harry there?
And he was just like...
Hi, Harry. Harry!
What about earphones makes you think he can fucking hear you?
Get him on for a second.
I'm definitely not getting him on. I'm definitely not getting him on.
I wouldn't either.
Mate,
no, I wouldn't.
I've been wanting Harry to replace you for ages. For fucking
ages. He'd probably do a better job, but
I was going to say that was literally going to be the next thing. No more.
No more. Harry would be 100% better than you in every way.
So somebody wants you to join, and you do better than me in 100% in every way. He said he probably
could.
We don't want to join with you two because you're triple his age.
It's a good answer, bro.
To be fair, it's a bit weird.
And probably funny.
See, do you know what my answer would have been to that? I would say we need to get more kids on Red Line, but it just no. No. It was simply to make Harry feel more comfortable, but yeah.
Scare him straight.
I can understand all of us like stood up in front of a judge just trying to explain this. It just wasn't.
I'll just say I thought it was a Scare Him Straight Zoom episode, so just don't act like me, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just not gonna work.
So anyway, yeah, he's not into it.
Shit cunt.
Wait, do not disrespect the little one.
I'm okay with it.
You can't hear it.
I don't condone it.
Mate, Mike just called you what that word I said before.
What's Harry's reply?
Happy.
He just threw up in the living room. Oh, right. Anyway, moving on. The next episode, well, the next show is She-Hulk.
7. Excited about seeing a MCU court drama.
Do you know what though? I'm fully in. I'm absolutely 100% with you because it straight away it went 7 in my head as well.
Yeah, I'm in for that. Like,
yeah,
I don't think we'll ever. I'm saying that I don't know because I don't know if it's just going to be like an origin story or if it's going to drop us in like halfway through.
I think we're getting full origin. Within the first 2 episodes, she'll get a transfusion or whatever from Bruce, but like we're getting origin. She's not going to show up as She-Hulk, I don't think.
And tell the story and backstory.
It's Tatiana, Ms. Lana.
Yeah, was she an MMA fighter first, weren't she?
No, she was in Orphan Black. Oh, so she can play intelligent and psychopath.
She was the lead, weren't it?
Really well. Yeah, she was all the leads.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So
you know,
like, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like looking at the way she can do different characters with the same face, fully tells me that she can go batshit crazy, psychopath, murderous, and super intelligent.
I'm just not sure.
Face. That can't be murderous. Look at
mate.
I'm just not sure how you're gonna.
Black,
she looks like eggnog at Christmas.
Just the first season of Orphan Black. That's it. She plays like I think in the first season. I think she plays 4 different characters recurring. Great.
Is it 13 overall?
I think overall, yeah. But like I say, through the first season, there's one that's really good at computers, one that's just kind of a normal person, one that's literally an assassin.
That's Takamum. Yeah,
and then another one that's kind of schizophrenic in or they're like that kind of vibe, and it's just incredible the way you look at her and she morphs into that a totally different person.
I just don't know what they're going to make her look like while she's hulked out, like. Because it's that middle ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the smarter side, like.
Because she kind of comes into it as she's like Professor Hulk, isn't she? I feel like her version of like She-Hulk is already
closer to that
with the 2 sides of her personality.
Yeah.
So I'm just
interested in what the look is. Anyway. Yeah. And so that's the shit because she's not giant, is she? She's not like a big tall lass.
She's tall. She's quite tall, but she's still quite slender.
No, he's not talking about She-Hulk. He's talking the actual actress. No,
yeah,
she's
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
So that's the thing. What I don't know if proportionally how it's going to work.
I don't even know who she is. I haven't got
honestly,
fucking clue.
Trust me, if you're not doing out on Sunday, bang, get Orphan Black on.
I thought you was going to say bang an orphan then. What the fuck?
Why would you think that?
It was him what said it.
Why would you think that? It was him that said it. Just because you heard it doesn't mean I said it.
If I heard it, I'm saying you said it.
Oh,
but you laughed. This came into your mind before he said a word.
I know.
It was a double take. It was a double take. What made me laugh? I was laughing at myself, thinking I thought I heard Alan say this monstrous thing.
That you thought?
Monstrous.
I've been watching too many drums. Monstrous.
That's a word.
That gin has mashed my head in.
Oh yeah, but you went with monstrosity and monstrous in the same word was incredible. Right, so She-Hulk, Nick, what are you giving it, bro?
I don't really know what to expect. I don't know enough about She-Hulk. I don't know the actor. I'm going to say 5. It'll be good.
So we go 26 on that. That's fine. That's high, considering what we've done so far. That's high. So Guardian, I love this. I fucking love this. Guardians
the Christmas
of the Galaxy,
special,
the holiday special. I mean, come on.
Honestly, I couldn't give 2 shits about it.
10.
Yeah, I get what Mike's saying, but that's not about the actual show. That's about a particular person within it.
No, just in general. Like, you're not going to outdo the Star Wars one, so why bother? You're not going to make anything which is as spectacularly as bad as that Star Wars Christmas special, so why try it? Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring back Christmas specials, and it's not going to work because I'm not a fucking sellout. I'm an atheist. I don't fucking believe in this bollocks.
I'm a sellout. It's a 9. Like it's a hard 9. I went the holiday special. Shut up. Yes. Sign me up. Done. Sold. I don't care if all the pieces of shit in the world are in it. Like I'm still going to watch it.
Do you reckon they're going to portray Chris Pratt as Christ at any point during this film?
Absolutely. No.
Yeah. I bet at some point he's stood on a cross.
Unless it flashes back to him in a nativity when he was a kid, and it's a flashback to his mum, and he's in it.
Doesn't matter how fucking I'm gonna fucking can't wait, and he's gonna say he played Jesus at some point.
Still dead into it. As soon as you said it, I was just like, hang on a minute. Chris Pratt telling some alien bird that she's the same. It's definitely something Star-Lord will do. And I'm okay with it. I won't feel that energy. I am okay with that. That is fine.
Get Kevin Smith to write it, it'd be incredible. If you get a Disney writer to write it, it'd be dog shit.
Kevin Smith writes it. It's going to an 11. Fucking like it's all right. Like, I'm telling you, it's a 9 without a doubt.
But I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be soppy, tropey bollocks, and it's not what I find.
I mean, probably, but even still, I'll probably still fucking love it. So,
if I see Chris Pratt as Jesus, non-ironically, I'd fucking kick the telly.
My name's Jesus. like the one from South Park.
But that's what he looks like when he has long hair.
Why is Cartman your go-to character every time?
It wasn't. It was Jesus. It was Jesus from South Park. I would say, "Hi, I'm Jesus." Sounds like a cross between Cartman and Michael Jackson. That is Jesus in South Park.
and in real life.
That's ignorant. That's ignorant. When he's walking down the street,
What they're gonna do? Get mad at me about a book?
Oh.
That's the difference between Trey Parker. They don't care. See, I mean, the same panel interviewed them as the ones that interviewed John Cleese and Eric Idle. These guys tell them to suck a dick, like suck a royal Tony dick.
Didn't Trey Stone and Matt Parker go to the Oscars high on acid in ball gowns?
Probably. I mean,
was it South Park or Team America? And they were they got out of the limo. They both fell out of the limo because they were that fucked on acid. And he just stood there in ball gowns, like clearly seeing pink elephants. Like
in ball gowns?
Yeah, like they went to the Oscars in black tie attire, but what a woman would wear.
Was that not with the Wachowskis?
No, that was well before then. Well before. Good 10 years. Maybe later on.
There's that Wachowski like a woman now, like they're a proper woman.
They're both women, yeah.
Both now.
I thought there was only one of them had changed.
No, I thought they would both change because they're just the Wachowski siblings now, aren't they? Because they started out as the Wachowski brothers and now they're just siblings.
Yeah, but if they were both made the change, why wouldn't they be called sisters?
Oh no.
And
that's what I'm saying. I don't think one of them's actually.
What's Ellen Page's name now? Alan Page.
Alan, I think. Top of my head.
Is it? Oh, she took her name. Bless her.
I suppose it's kind of close to what she was. Well, what he was. I don't know. I'm drunk.
Yeah. Like navigating the finer points of political correctness on this amount of beer is not
never a good idea. Especially live on the internet.
So they're both women now. So Lana and Lila Wachowski.
I didn't know that. I generally only thought one of them. And
I thought it was only one of them. Yeah, there was a big scandal. Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, everyone went fucking batshit crazy about it, and like obviously, it was a joke for me, but like everyone went off the deep end. It was like, oh my god, they're women now. Like what? And like,
oh, that's gonna fuck you anyway, bro.
Page. That's right,
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page.
How do we think that's going to affect Umbrella Academy then? So if she does, if
Dave Scott.
I don't know. She might get wrote out of it if she wants to. I would imagine if she doesn't want to portray a feminine role anymore, like she might actually.
So they jump through. I've not watched the end of the second season, so I don't know what happens. But they jump through time. So would they write it in a way that now she was transgender if they jumped forward in time, say, and in the future she'd become trans and was now Elliot, and write her change of role into the character?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in that? I'd be fine with it. Or would they almost try and force her into playing the character?
I
would imagine she would be contractually obligated to reappear in a third season if they wanted her to.
Not one person in the right mind would try and make a trans person play a role of the sex that they're not anymore. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't if they didn't want. If the actor doesn't want to, they wouldn't. The fact that it's wrote by the dude from My Chemical Romance, Joe wrote the comics and stuff, that Jared Way. I don't feel like it would be an issue within the story. Like, I've never read the comics, so I don't see how it would be an issue if they did put that to it. But I don't know if it would be... They wouldn't spend enough time on that story to do it justice. Joe, because it's a fast-moving show. Because everything's usually set to a timeline.
I think they'll probably end up just writing her out of that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I think it'll come down to if they could do the transition justice in the time frame allowed.
Amy and G thinks that they've already started to transition her. And Scott Good says word.
Yes.
Obviously,
Word.
standard Scott. That's just standard. That's classic Scott.
Red light security.
Security making you go round. To be fair, me and Amy did discuss it a while back, a few weeks ago. The Umbrella Academy and Elliot Page thing, and we couldn't kind of figure out what they would do with the character again because I haven't watched the end of the second season. Well, I haven't watched most of the second season. But it was that reminded me that we was going to discuss it that weekend, or she was going to bring it up in the comments, but then she just didn't.
Because we're so highly entertaining, she forgot.
Because we are obviously, we say that much stuff that is just so
bollocks,
like incredible, 100%
offensive.
That she just went everything, mate, everything entertaining, offensive. Yeah. So anyway, Mike.
Yes.
What you giving Guardians holiday special?
2.
Shit, cunt.
It's right. In all fairness, for me, I'm not a massive fan of a lot of holiday, Christmassy films anyway. Joe, I'm not a massive fan of a lot of holiday stuff, unless it's like Die Hard,
because people.
The Seth Rogen the Seth Rogen one with Anthony Mackie and Joseph.
The night before.
Yeah, when you just get fucking loaded.
You just take all the drugs. Me and Debbie went to watch that at the cinema and it was fucking great.
Yeah.
See, entertaining, but without being too
Christmassy.
She liked that, actually. Because she pissed herself all the way through it. And she was like, that's the first comedy in a long time I've been to see it or watched at all and really found funny. And drugs and shit like that definitely aren't her thing. But
it's not like it's all about getting drugs. It's a lot of it's about Joseph Gordon-Levitt's getting over his passing of his his parents and his ex-bird and shit like that. But then we got my guy there dealing weed to him.
Yeah.
Who's basically God. If I understand that film correctly, he's basically God. The weed dealer is God. Incredible.
I just think he's got a lot of books, mate. I don't feel like there was anything religious that I took away from that film. I don't feel
apart from when Seth Rogen's in the church on all the mushrooms in the world, wearing the Star of David jumper, staring up at Jesus, saying, "Do they think we did that to him?" He's beyond
talking to him.
Yeah,
he's just like, "Hey."
I won't quit. It's wild. That film is incredible because it's not too Christmassy, but a Christmas film.
Yeah, I love it. I do actually really like it.
I don't know many people have actually seen it though.
No, I say we went to watch it at the cinema, never heard of it, and just went, well, should we go and watch a Christmas film? Yeah, we'll watch that.
So my Christmas films are what I have to watch every year now. Vicky's got hers, which are proper Christmas films. I've got Die Hard and that. That's about it.
Whoa, hang on a minute. You just insinuated that Die Hard is not a proper Christmas film, and I have to strongly disagree with that. Because Die Hard definitely is 100%.
No. It's a Christmas film, but doesn't touch on the subject of Christmas, which I'm more than happy about.
Apart from the fact that it's set at Christmas, yeah, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's got like people wanting to be close with the family and stuff, which is Mint Joe at the end, but it's nothing about a guy on a stick.
Yeah, but I particularly like that typical Christmas trope of dropping a human body onto a car.
Who doesn't?
I know. Who doesn't? Who at Christmas doesn't want to drop someone onto a police car?
Because I keep munching. Because I just make people want to get high.
Always.
No. Not just because looking at you makes Scott want to put something in his mouth.
I'll leave that conversation for you and Scott, pal. I'm going to give this a 10.
Yeah, With the fucking and just fucked off. So I don't know what Mike's. I don't know what he's at.
I realised that was very dramatic, but I was just saying nah, because 10's bollocks for that. But no, I just need to go toilet in it.
But what are you giving it before? Oh.
I don't know what we're talking about at the moment. Is that in this? Yes or no?
What?
I'm just saying I don't really know what we're talking about at the moment.
No, just Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely giving it a 10.
Yeah, and I'm giving it a 9, and I'm okay. Hang on, he's already scored it.
He has already scored it.
Yeah, he has. He gave it a 3.
I thought he gave it a 2, but yeah, that roundish.
Or 2. He gave it a 2.
Yeah,
he gave it a 2. I've scored it as a 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did.
We have many more of these because we've been on for like 3 hours.
Yeah, there are 3 more. We'll get through the next 2 really quickly.
Okay, so let's do ours first really quickly. We do our scores and then Mike can do his when he gets back. What is it?
Yeah. Right, so Secret Invasion, which he's obviously now going to have Monica Rambeau in.
I don't know. Again, the spacey stuff. I feel like they're going to be reliant a lot on the CGI, which can be touch and go. So I'm going to have to score it low for that because it might not be great. We're going to get Sam Jackson back. If we like his tropes, it's going to be good. But on a series, for a whole series, it's going to probably drag on us. So I'm going to have to score it lower for that. But the whole Secret Invasion storyline is pretty good. And if it's pulled off, I'll say 6.
I was going 5.
5.
I went bang average, middle of the road. I went 5 of it. I thought I got Captain Marvel vibes straight away.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, yeah.
6.5. That roundabout there. I think it's going to be an improvement on what's been laid before it because it's the first time we're going to see a full cast in a TV show. Like an event. Yeah, like it's the first time we're going to have a big. I think it's going to have at least 3 or 4 of the Avengers level, like characters in it. Where before that, I don't think we're going to get as many as that.
Yeah, but when you say Avengers level, do you mean like Maria Hill, Nick Fury, and a couple of Skrulls that we've seen in one film?
So all the people that you couldn't give 2 fucking.
No. I think this is going to be a lead up to an Avengers film.
Oh right.
So I think this is the way you start bringing the team. But yeah, I think it's when you're going to start bringing the team back together after it being so many separate Avengers.
Not Alan's hate.
Fuck me.
It came from nowhere.
I mean, to be honest, YouTube, you've not taken us off so far. And so far, we've talked.
To be fair, and if you don't take us off after this week, we can say anything.
We can take next week is going to be
anything. We really can take the gloves off next week.
This is us being like, I'd say this is us being 60% censored. So if we're just going to be fully uncensored next week, I mean, it's going to be
fair.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Absolutely fair.
I'm going to have my tits out and everything.
Oh.
You heard it here first, ladies and gents.
Next one. Speaking of tits, is Ironheart.
Smooth.
What a transition.
Incredible. You are the smoothest operator.
So Ironheart is the next one, which I don't know if he's going to be focused on what. So like Morgan Stark.
I don't know.
or just a young Iron Man. Is it going to be the kid from Iron Man 3 who was at his funeral? Like,
well, it's set up to the Young Avengers, isn't it? Like they're clearly setting up the Young Avengers. So how it depends on how harsh you are about the Young Avengers. It's the same with the Hawkeye. It's the same with the Hawkeye film. How harsh are you about Young Avengers? Personally, I don't really give two shits about the Young Avengers. Like,
yeah, I'm kind of into it, so I'm gonna go 6.
For
I'm in the same boat as Mike. I think I just I'm sure it's going to be one of those Guardians of the Galaxies that probably surprises me that I finally get into. Initially, my interest is fairly low. I'll say even maybe 3. I'm not particularly too interested.
Yeah, I think again it just depends on how much you're bothered about the Young Avengers film or series. But I'm guessing it's going to be a film.
Okay. I feel like
because it'll make the most money.
They're going to really push this for the next generation of the Avengers. So for the next phases. So I feel like a lot of this is going to be forced. I think a lot of the characters are going to be over, like, kind of dramatized. So I think a lot of the script is going to be overplayed. They're going to have very key characters. There's going to be factors that we're going to see perceived as shocking, but it's going to be overdone. I feel like Marvel's going to go DC with this. I think they're going to go a bit over the top to try and be something more than what they naturally are.
And my worry is that they're going to slide just to a Disney product, like just an out-and-out soulless. By that point, when it's just the Young Avengers, so it's kids appealing to kids.
Yeah,
I don't know how many adults are going to be like asked in that.
I
don't know if it's not going to be aimed at our generation. Like, it's going to be the comic book fans what will watch it no matter what. But you're not going to get the regular like 30-year-old couple what go randomly up to the cinema one night and watch any of the original MCU films just on a date night. You're not going to get them going to watch a Young Avengers film. It's just not going to fucking happen. Like, I am worried by that because I feel like I was feeling the MCU was getting stale before the shows. The pandemic has probably been the best thing for them because it stopped us all going to the cinema for like 4 times this year to watch. Like, and it gets a little bit boring. So by the time we can go back to the cinema to watch an MCU film, it'll feel like an event again. And it'll feel like a rebooting of it, and I'm worried that will come as it's the Kid Avengers. And I'm like, I'm out until they give me Blade.
I do like that they keep pushing Black Widow though, because they clearly have faith that is a cinema film. It can't be really like a lot of the studios have gone, fuck it, we'll just put it out on streaming. We'll just make a bit of money on it. Just put it out on streaming. It's okay. We'll just won't make as much, but whatever. Whereas Marvel have held back and gone, no, we've got faith in Widow that it will make the money at the cinema.
That, and it doesn't affect storylines going forward because it's basically a prequel. So it doesn't really matter when you drop that. It's in the can. Like, it's just sat there waiting to make your money, basically. So the more that you can do to draw attention to it before it drops. 6 months ago, I didn't give 2 shits about that film.
No,
I was past caring about it, and now I'm like, I could genuinely hope to go and watch that at the cinema with people I like.
Harry's properly into it. He's gone to bed now, so I can say shit cunt again. But actually, genuinely, he's really excited about it because Taskmaster is one of his favorite villains. He's like, he loves that character, loves it. And then as soon as that got confirmed, he was like, that's mint. That is mint. I really want to watch that. I really want to watch it. Like, he's fucking buzzing about it.
My only worry is that Taskmaster's going to be done and dusted in a film, which I feel would be a disservice to him, unless they just lock him up in the gulag.
And then he gets out
God knows. Yeah.
But to be fair, I feel the same way about Abomination. Like, it should have been used in further films. Still could be, because he's still in some cells.
He's still about. Yeah. Would you bring Tim Roth back to play him?
Yeah, he wasn't a problem in the slightest little bit. I don't particularly like Tim Roth, but he was.
I loved it. I genuinely love Tim Roth. I think he's one of the most underrated actors of his generation. Like, if you think about how good he was in Reservoir Dogs and how we didn't get anything major off the back of that, It's wild to me. Like, genuinely, when you look at the rest of the cast, and then you go, what is he? It was his biggest thing after that. He worked for a good, 6 years, probably. Then he started doing TV. I
was going to say he did better on TV because he did Lie to Me and stuff like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
But, I'm not a big fan. He's all right. I don't think he's a good or a bad actor. I just don't really think about him. I'm sure he's a very talented actor, but
I get that. I get that. I think it was watching when I was at home for God knows how long, and we watched all the Lie to Me. But I was a fan before that, and after that, I was like, oh, he actually tried to act in telly. He tried to actually do something with a very stale after 2 seasons show. There's only so many times you can look at someone and tell them, go, you're lying. But every time he did it, I was like, I believe it. He did the Columbo, but with a slightly better twitch. I fully rate the guy, but I just don't think he's been given the opportunities to do, or maybe it's by choice. He's personally not chose to do stuff. I don't know, but I just don't think he's been given his credit.
Right, fair enough. Right, and then last, he was on the phone.
Nick was talking to someone on the phone, I think.
Man's always working. And then last, and by every means least, Armor Wars.
Armor Wars, the Wars of Armor, metal plates, and Iron Man-esque.
If this is like Dino Riders, it'd be mint, but I've got a feeling it's not, and it's going to be like Warhammer. I'm like, I could kind of watch that as well.
This is made for fucking toys. This is made so they can make toys. Armor Wars.
I don't know what it is.
This is made because Don Cheadle is contractually obliged to make
so it's the War Machine fucking thing.
To make more stuff. And they've gone, we don't want you in any more films, Don. Let's give you a series on Disney Plus and release it last.
You never know. It might really lead into the Blade film or something.
Alan, the way you put it is disrespect. It sounds like disrespect.
Completely. But it is War Machine, so fuck that guy.
Because he should have been dead.
Can we just get a show of hands? Who gives a fuck about War Machine? Show of hands. Sorry, I don't think you guys heard me. Who gives a fuck about War Machine?
Sorry, the 7,000 people in the chats are all not putting their hand up as well.
Who here wants to watch a series about Don Cheadle playing War Machine?
I'd rather watch him play Captain Planet.
He is amazing as Captain Planet. That Captain Planet series that he put out was fucking brilliant. That's the only superhero.
I actually forgot about that.
It's incredible. Just let him go around acting like Ultron, killing people.
Turning everyone into trees. Mate,
that man should have died, not even just once, at least 3 times.
He should have died in the Battle of Wakanda. And so when everyone
he should have died when Vision shot him out of the fucking sky.
So hang on, he should have died when his body got taken over in Iron Man 2. Dead, because we all seen how Justin Hammer's machine snapped people in half and killed him. So that's how he should have died. Then he should have died when Vision shot him out of the air.
No. Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 when he got burnt out of his suit.
Oh, Iron Man 3 burnt out of his suit. So should have so snapped in half, melted, splattered across the pavement. Infinity War. How did he die?
Thanos crushed him. So he could have died
in the war.
Yeah.
Did he put him in the war?
No. He crushed him and he threw him to the side.
Oh, so he Luke Skywalkered him and literally crushed the shell of the outside. So made into pulp. And then
drowned in Endgame.
I feel like let's just drown him in Endgame. Let's just throw him in when Doctor Strange stops that big tidal wave.
No. Remember, he gets trapped in the building.
He gets trapped in the building.
My biggest problem with him when he crawls out of his armored suit and he's not got armored legs under his armored suit, even though he's a fucking cripple.
What? Whoa, no. So we're here at Red Lion.
He is a cripple, though.
I'm not. This is nothing against disabled people. This is everything against the fact that if you are disabled and you cannot walk, and you have to have armored legs, why are you not Forrest Gumping calipers onto your legs in real life every single day and getting inside your armored suit with those legs already on, so that when you take the armored suit off, you can just fucking step out of it?
My argument would be, why hasn't Tony just given the nanotech suit so he doesn't have to worry about all that?
So he doesn't have to have fucking literally the calipers on the suit, and the suit keeps getting bigger and he keeps getting smaller because he's poorly. And mate, I can't cope.
Really quickly. So YouTube, I mean, let's face it, if you haven't shut us down by next week, I mean, this is literally confirmation that you give zero fucks. But I have to say that Red Line does not condone some of the language used in today's podcast. It may be deemed as offensive, and in which case a censure should be provided before applying this video to general public.
I would argue that I am one, so it doesn't matter.
You're what?
A cripple.
Explain now.
Why? I've got a chronic pain syndrome in my lower back, which means I've got nerve endings what aren't firing properly, so I'm always in pain.
So you're allowed to say it, Alan?
Yes.
Yep.
Please explain.
Look at him.
I fully do not need to explain. I said it.
Look at him. Just look at him.
Okay, so Alan's just
not a single solitary thought.
Because he's look at him. Incredible, lads. Are we doing pick of the week?
So have we?
I'm guessing is that the last one? Have we added up them up? I've got 0.
No, we didn't rate it. So you're going 0.
In the bin. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it.
Oh, we're gonna give it a pity.
Unless Don Cheadle gets entertaining in films before then, I won't watch it. But I will end up watching it. But I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm not going the same way as Mike, actually, which will probably be slightly surprising. I know. But Mike, but before you discourage me completely, mine's a 0, but for a completely different reason.
Well done. Well fucking done.
Well played.
That was incredible. Oh, I love you so much.
So Mike has optimism that Don Cheadle will get better in films where my faith lacks. So I'm giving it 0 because I actually don't believe Don Cheadle will get entertaining in any films, and believe that this will just be a massive
Captain Planet
shit. No.
If he plays it like Captain Planet,
so basically, he needs to change his complete character arc, which means he needs to just like War Machine needs to land one day, first episode, and just start gunning innocent people down.
So what he needs to do, Don Cheadle needs to talk to Samuel and go, right, how can I be better? And he just go, throw everything out the window and just do what I do. And then I'm all right with it.
Basically, your idea of a good show is Don Cheadle's War Machine suit being hijacked and him being in no control, but it runs amok and kills all the innocent people in the world. So it's 8 hours of watching Don Cheadle tortured by the fact that he is massacring people and can do nothing about it.
Doesn't that sound perfect?
I'm into it. I'm not going to lie. That just went.
Does that not just sound like a far more interesting show?
It really does, like it really does. And I would actually watch it.
Marvel, I may if you need to hire a writer. I'm dyslexic and I'm a bit of a retard, but it's all right.
You can please narrate. It's okay.
This is the Mike, and can we just clarify, on the sake of the chat today, is this the only way that this film would get any redeeming quality from you? This is the only way.
Yeah.
Like this, you're Doctor Strange, and you've looked at millions of possibilities, and this is the one way that this will ever get any redeeming factor from you. This is exactly how it has to go.
Yeah. I don't know what's hard to understand about this. That is an improvement.
Yeah.
Like, clear. Like.
So he's
it's just Don Cheadle screaming for like 8 hours inside a metal sarcophagus, basically, while his sarcophagus rips his loved ones apart.
God, no, God. For children. Oh, the humanity.
He started shouting something about his mum and then being dirty Santi. Like, you know what I'm on about. Basically, they lift Anakin's backstory, but put a metal shell around it.
Yeah. And they could throw in, what was the Mark Wahlberg line from the end of the really shit Planet of the Apes film? Or even the...
Why?
Why? You burned it all down. Bombed it all to the ground. Why? God damn you.
It's definitely just us two watching this and Vicky in the other room because I can hear the echo.
Yeah. We broke Amy's foot off because she's absolutely disgusted. So's Linda. Like, she's had enough.
Linda cut off about 2.5 hours ago.
Linda cut off after we called her racist. Oh, funny. Fucking funny. Where's he gone? Has he actually just fucked off forever?
I think so. He's probably on the phone to some woman.
Fair.
Should we start pick of the week while he's not here, so we don't have to do that fucking
I'll
song?
tell you what. I'll run down. No, because so
fuck off.
I'm going to run down the
scores.
The scores, right? So in last place, surprisingly, is Armor Wars with 1 out of 30. Fucking pitiful. After that comes I Am Groot with 7.
I think he's doing well there.
Yeah, it's absolutely smashed. Joint third is What If and Hawkeye on 12 out of 30.
I think that's a disgrace. That What If's going to be far better.
Next up is Ironheart at 13 out of 30. Then we've got Secret Invasion 17.5.
See, that seems respectable. From where we started.
Yeah.
I mean, someone getting 1.
17.5 on Secret Invasion. Loki comes in at 18.5. Falcon and Winter Soldier at 19. Then we've got Guardians of the Galaxy the Holiday Special on 21. Moon Knight on 24.
I feel like She-Hulk's one. I think She-Hulk got
top of the shop. She-Hulk 26 out of 30. It's a big fucking score that we're all very like.
People don't think we're PC, but She-Hulk won. All right, yeah. So like a main female lead, fucking strong.
Look, we're diverse.
We're so diverse, and no one gets us. No one gets us. Oh my god! Red Line voted for She-Hulk. Oh, how could She-Hulk win? Suck a dick. We are diverse. We're very diverse. I mean, we're very open-minded.
Trying to be like feminist and shit, and then say suck a dick. Probably not it.
Ain't it? Also, she's dead, so it don't matter.
But she's not though.
Nowhere near.
No, well, not nowhere near. She's very fucking near. She's 92.
1 foot in the grave, apparently.
Yeah, very much so.
I think if there was like a video of backtracking, it would just be this clip. It was such a positive message.
It was an episode recap. That's what it was. You're welcome again.
Al, that took most of this episode.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to take that long. But
no. In fairness, no. What I was going to try and get from this is you need to actually do this more because this was brilliant. This was fucking phenomenal.
I mean,
I vote Al does more work. Yeah. I think we should all vote Al does more work.
Tell you what, I'll come up with a let's rank these things every week.
Yes.
Right, but I'm not going to tell you what it is we're ranking.
Oh, that's going to be entertaining.
Yeah. We'll call it Danger Rank.
Right, so we need a song for it.
Danger Rank. Danger Rank.
Danger Rank is a good song.
Danger Rank. Look out!
Here comes the Danger Rank. I wrote the theme tune. I sang the theme tune.
Speaking about theme tunes, it's Pick of the Week.
Nice.
Pick of the Week. 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 It's Pick of the Week.
Your neighbours must fucking hate you.
My neighbours are
600 miles away. Paupers.
My neighbours I shoot on a regular basis. Right. Pick of the week today, guys.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, you bastard. I love that film. I mean, good pick.
I thought you was winging it.
I am just winging it.
Just winging it. I don't think that's the plural of wing.
Winged it isn't right though, is it?
Yeah.
No, I've just winged it.
No, winged.
Yeah?
Winged.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wonged.
Wonged.
I don't wong it.
So yeah, Beverly Hills Cop. Just entertaining from start to finish. It was either going to be that or The Golden Child. I don't know why that I picked them two, but yeah,
it's
there you go.
Because Thing is out this weekend. It's coming to America. Out.
It's America too. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that out this
coming
weekend?
to America? I don't know if it's this weekend or if it's the weekend after. But it's out like shortly. I think we've broke him. Otherwise, he's gone looking through his DVD collection for a different film.
He's on the phone again, like a little piece of shit. But so, do you know the only thing that I don't like about Beverly Hills Cop, and it's not Beverly Hills Cop's fault, is the fact that we got that song remixed so many times
into everything
in the late 90s, and I love it when I'm watching Beverly Hills Cop because it sounds slightly different, but any other time I hear it, I fucking hate it.
Cringe. It's cringy, isn't it?
Feel physically kind of sick.
It's the same with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. January. Whenever I hear that in anything else, I'm like, you shithouse cunts.
Yeah.
Why he just straight up ripping something like, it's just laziness. But Beverly Hills Cop, that did happen.
One. Yeah. Great one. And it's a great trilogy. It's one of the few. Well, you know, when we always talk about like really good trilogies, that's not one that gets brought up, but it is a solid one. The three's markedly the worst of the two, but the first two are so fucking good.
I'm trying to think what happened in the first one, the third one even. Is that the one with the like the weird mall? Like they kind of blow up.
Yeah. So it kind of tries to go bigger, but ends up feeling a bit campy and stupid.
They tried to go Die Hard 2, but missed.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Make it a bit more action and less comedy. Whereas the second one leaned heavier on comedy, and it really worked. Just great.
The second one felt like they just let Eddie Murphy riff, to be honest. Like, they probably filmed it every scene 10, 20 times and just picked whatever one looked better at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels very much like as him in his pomp, really, weren't it? Let's face it, by the second one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that was like when he was in.
That was it. He was peaking at that point.
I mean, it's before like
he didn't make much after that. That was great.
No, after that he started going towards the Clumps, Naughty Professor, Dr. Dolittle-ish. Like he went very family friendly, and then he started making reggae albums, which was weird as fuck.
I did not know this information. That is Eddie Murphy. That is brand new information.
Go and check it.
I will not. I'm a fan of Eddie Murphy. I'm not going to listen to Eddie Murphy do reggae. No.
Not good. It's like when Snoop Dogg went, do you know what I can do? Smoke weed and do reggae. And everyone went, no, you can smoke weed.
Yeah.
Stop at that point.
You can do one of them things, Snoop.
Just
50% of that sentence.
Stop thinking you can do dancehall. It's just not going to work, bro.
No.
Fucking hell. So you heard Mike's pick of the week. And I'm assuming you liked it because you kind of said you did, but then you fucked off in disgust. Do you want to go next, or do you want me to?
I didn't fuck off in disgust. I was busy. I had an important.
He went to look through his DVD collection because I picked what he wanted.
Fair play.
No, it wasn't what I wanted. I've got my pick of the week for this week.
Oh, another one is prepared.
This question: is it a comedy?
Kind of.
Okay, this is going to work out quite well then, because this is the first week I've been prepared, and we've kind of. Well, go on. If you want to do your comedy, I'll do mine.
Shut the fuck up, Alan, and let me talk. Right, my pick of the week this week.
Someone's at a bed.
Aww.
Dickhead's getting Larry.
Alan's pissing me off at the moment. Going, oh yeah, man, he's done one little segment and he thinks he runs this shit. I'm gonna meet you. Right, Mike, I have my pick of the week. What are you pointing at? Stop pointing at me. You stop pointing at me. My pick of the week this week is a film that I watched yesterday, in fact.
Was it good?
I don't want to kick Mike because I love him, but I might have to.
And the fact that you're not next to me, you weird cunt.
I didn't mean kick physically. What's up with you?
Nothing. I'm in a good mood. I'm very drunk.
I know, so am I.
That, and I kind of want to go in the other room.
For what?
Just so I don't have to talk to you lot anymore.
Oh, that's fair. You know, I think we can really appreciate that to the highest extent.
It's all right. You've been doing this to us all day. Well, Alan, you don't do it to me.
Is it the Statue of Liberty? Does he know what
It does look like he stood there like he's holding the torch up.
I'm tweaking your nipple again, bro.
Oh right.
Oh yeah, shit.
I thought you do because that was going to be weird because my pick of the week is Ghostbusters, and I thought you would actually Libby. So I was like, get the fuck out of my head, man.
I'm wearing like a weird kind of bluey green color as well. Like I look like Lady Liberty.
Ghostbusters one.
That and you're a good couple 100 foot tall.
Yeah, that is true. And you're a French woman.
Yeah, made of metal.
Yeah. Always carrying books around.
Yeah.
Bit of a slag.
Ghost. I feel like we have less and less people talking to us at this point because I feel like we're quite hard to communicate to when we get like this.
Completely.
So if you guys are watching, thanks and why. Just so you get feedback. At what point did you stop like interacting with us?
When everyone started saying "cunt" far too many times, apparently.
It's only a word.
Ghostbusters, like fucking what did Mike pick? Is my film that I wanted.
He picked
Beverly Hills Cop.
Hills. Night Beverly Hills Cop is a film where it is very hard to depict a actual joke, but you know that the film is funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you think of Ghostbusters, think of a joke in Ghostbusters, made in Ghostbusters. Fuck's sake, Mike.
I want to say there's definitely a joke about getting slimed in the courthouse.
No, that's Ghostbusters 2. Get the fuck out. Yes.
Ghosts. Yeah. The court scene is Ghostbusters 2. It's the intro.
No, it's not the intro. It's like
when Slimer.
No, it's after they've been arrested after digging the hole, isn't it?
I was going to say, is Slimer not in Ghostbusters 1?
Yes.
1. Yeah, he is in the hotel.
Okay, so you've got two.
So when he goes down the hall and he goes through Venkman, I think it is. Yeah. So that slime joke there, I would say is a joke, like a partial.
It's a cum joke.
Sexy joke. Yeah.
Yes, but there's no innuendo to it. It's just the fact that he got slimed. I guess you could think of it in that way, but there's no point.
It's the only way I thought about it.
Yeah. I was going to say that's very much my mentality as well.
Yeah,
me and Mike both just went to cum joke.
Jizzy face.
That's funny that you say that, when actually there is ghost fellatio in this film. So it's funny that there is actually physical ghost. Mate, Ray, in the middle of the big sequence, the Ghostbusters track, when they do the montage with them taking out all the ghosts before Winston joins the team, right at the end, right, you see Ray having a dream. And this dream, there's a ghost above him. She disappears, undoes his belt,
pants,
his trousers,
and he goes cross-eyed.
And he goes cross-eyed. Gives him his head. For no reason. It has nothing to do with any of it. She just sucks his cock. A ghost sucks his cock. And he falls off the bed.
100% forgot about that.
Yeah. No point to it whatsoever. But nevertheless, it's in the film. This is something that I was sat down in front of as a child and left to watch. You know, this scene for me made no sense.
Harry's watched it.
Yeah. And so your son will now have the same memories that I will. But as jokes go, there's it's hard for anyone that is not a kind of diehard Ghostbusters fan to pick out any key point of it. But we all know that it's funny. But at the same time, when you watch Ghostbusters, if it wasn't funny, then the elements of it are very strong horror. It will be. In fact, if you take away the main cast, the actual Ghostbusters, and you simply put Sigourney Weaver in this element, it will be a horror film. It will be aliens.
Yeah.
The fact that these guys are in it, being themselves, which is naturally like charismatic and comical, brings the comedy element to it, despite the fact that there's no real key comedy element. This is a film that is done well. This is a film that is taking two elements, merged them together with very little effort, making no key kind of factor or highlighting no key element of either or. So there's no real strong horror elements, but there's no key strong comedy elements. You take one out or you take another out, and you've got two key elements from either. This is a film that is, when you put these together and where you can't highlight any differentiation between either or, is a film that, as far as I'm concerned, is done perfectly. That's the equation.
Yeah,
it is done perfectly. Ghostbusters for me is one of those films that I absolutely fucking love. I love all the characters in it. I love the scenes that stick out for me. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Slimer, the scene where the dogs come out the statue for the first time. Even Rick Moranis' character, Louis Tully, is just hilarious for me.
Thank God you mentioned the man. Rick Moranis made that film.
Louis Tully is easily, even the bit where he locks himself out.
When he's screaming and banging on the window, is literally the funniest shit. Yeah, it's him turn around and slide down the glass. When I watched it as a child, I loved it.
It was hilarious. I really want to watch it now. Mate, my favourite scene in there is a scene that gets slapped on so many times, but it's the bit where Ray speaks to Zool and she says, "Are you a god?" And he goes, "No." Then she goes, "Then die." And they literally almost get thrown off the side of the building. And Winston goes to Ray, lifts him up, everyone composes himself, and he just says to Ray, "When somebody asks you if you're a god, yes,
you're a god."
You know what? It's like every time and it's Ray's reaction to this. He just nods. He feels defeated, but he just nods. The sentence itself is so fucking stupid, but at the same time, it almost plays to logic in this scenario. It doesn't make any sense. No, you wouldn't say you're a god to anyone. Of course you wouldn't. But in this scenario, of course you would. It makes sense. It's obvious. But for me, this is one of my favorite jokes. Nick, go on. You would.
I would.
You would.
I would.
Yeah, of course.
What are you? A god.
You a god?
Of course I'm going to say that.
It's all approached Mike and said, "Are you a god?" Mike would say yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I do. Have you watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Bits, like a couple of
episodes. Right. So have you seen the episode when they do the sex harassment seminar? And Matt picks Dee up by the cunt.
Oh, I've seen that on clips. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I do to Zool. Show his boss. Too far? Nah, I'd pick her up by a fan.
Really
Never. I mean, you did go a little bit Trump on it, where you
grab her by the pussy.
Grab her by the pussy, yeah.
But I think that's the whole joke in that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because he's pretending to be a bouncer, and she walks over and he just grabs her.
But didn't it come? That was well before that episode of Always Sunny was surely well before that tape came out of Trump. That was more than 4 or 5 years ago.
No, because that tape from Trump was in 2014, something like that. And I think that episode was like 2017, yeah, because it was before he was running, weren't it? It was before he was running for president.
Like it was part of it while he was president, and everyone was just like, "Well, it can't fucking get any worse."
No, because everyone, it was the October surprise, before the election. It was like the big, "Oh, he said this." Not that he's done like a piss tape and had pictures taken with every fucking known paedophile like in the Western Hemisphere, but he said to Billy Bush, like, "When you're a celebrity, you can grab women by the pussies," and that was the thing they thought was going to get him kicked out of the presidency.
Yeah, and then
looking back at that, how stupid does that feel like?
Well done, America. Well
done. No, in all fairness, if Boris said that over here, it would have flied the same way, because of the way everyone perceives Boris as a buffoon and a Joe.
Well, which he obviously plays up to, because he can't ever fucking brush his hair or purposely
he messes it up and just purposely messes it up.
And he's like, "Well, yeah, oh."
Anyway, we'll save the politics stuff for when I do the politics podcast. Let's move away from that.
Yeah. anyways. You just fucked it up for me, but yeah, mine's Ghostbusters. No, I think
that's what I would do if Zool walked up to me. Are you a god? Pick her up by the fanny. She'd know it. I just heard the echo of what I've just said from the front room, and it sounds worse than I thought it did. It didn't even need much hesitation. Like 6 seconds delay. Not like a morning after type of fear. It was 6 seconds of why did I say that on the internet live? Because it's funny.
Oh.
How you go? I'm done.
I can't even sensibly talk about the fucking Oscar-worthy, very serious film.
Mike, why would you do that? Why would you just walk up like you're a Ghostbuster? You're a Ghostbuster, and you're telling me that your reaction to that question.
It demand respect. It only works if you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it just sounds like a really, 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 really weird thing to say.
I'm dying. I can't do it. I can't.
Oh, fuck.
This is probably one of the funniest red line lives I think we've ever done. It's just been hilarious. Oh, God.
All it took was a lot of alcohol.
It did.
I haven't had that much. I've had 6 fucking bottles. I've not even drank that much. I'm not drunk.
Oh, mate. I was giddy at the start.
I'm okay.
When we got onto Hawkeye with you and your segment, that's when it all just went west, mate, to be honest. But Alan, please go on, mate. What's yours?
So yeah, but it's you need to calm down because it's a very serious film, right? It's called.
You can't say it, the prick.
It's called Austin Powers International Man of Mission, right?
Yes. Oh,
I can't remember what you said at the beginning of the episode, but as soon as you said before, it's a bit nutty. And oh my God, that's weird. That is the film, and I don't know why I was driving to work this morning, and it just popped in my head, and I was just like, "Oh shit, fembots!" And Liz Hurley was watching it, and that film.
Oh shit, fembots!
Oh shit, fembots! Like Liz Hurley.
Was Heather Graham not the fembots in the second one? Or was that the first one?
She wasn't a fembot, and Liz Hurley ended up being a fembot in the second one because she was in it for the first scene. Spoilers. And then it was just so good. I remember, Nick, you won't know this because you didn't grow up around here, but I remember walking up to Global Video with my mate lived down there, down Lancaster Road. So I remember walking up to Global Video, which used to be
where we used to go.
Yeah, because everyone went there. It was the only video shop in fucking Salford. All the others got fucking robbed.
Got robbed. Open up a Blockbuster and it got robbed 6 times in 8 weeks.
And then so they changed the name to Global Video. Basically put up fucking bars on all the windows and the doors. You had to press a buzzer to get in.
It looked like a pawn shop.
It was like an old-fashioned fucking 80s pawn shop where you had to post your video back through a letterbox when you was returning it.
You had to be having rewound or you would get a 10p fine as well.
Yeah, you get a fucking fine. And they won't fucking forget. They wouldn't try and forget, find you there, and then they'd whack it on your next bill. They'd add it on to whatever they was charging you for the next one.
If you went to pick up a next film, and he was like, you owe 12 quid.
Yeah, What for? You didn't rewind your fucking video? Oh, shit. Shit, man. Knew I should have spent 10 minutes doing that. But anyway, so yeah, we used to go. My mate used to live, like I say, near Della South at the back. So we used to walk across the field up to the video shop, get it, and we'd always get that. Walk back.
Imagination, eh?
And then just watch it at his house. And I swear to God, we absolutely fucking loved it. Just everything, all the jokes, all the time. It's why still to this day, at like 38 years old, 22, 23 years later, after watching that film relentlessly
Is that how long ago it was out?
Yeah, because I was definitely in school, end of school, college, watching that film on video. It had been out a while.
How old
I'm
are you?
38.
38?
Yeah. So like that, it's a long time ago. And even now, when I hear the word laser, my brain goes laser. Like I can't help it. I can't help it.
Oh, wait, to the shark's head.
When someone goes sharks, I go, oh, everybody's sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. Everyone deserves a hot meal. I just cannot help it. If I see Seth Green in anything, when I hear him on Family Guy, he is Scott. Scott, zip it, zip it, zip it. Yeah. Want to suck on my zip?
How about your
honestly?
How about you, ladies and gentlemen, Scally Dog?
Mate, I swear to God. Like just the entire first film, and then the second film was fucking incredible as well. But that first one, even where they go through all the Princess Diana stuff, and it's like, either we make it seem like Princess Diana had an affair out of wedlock, and it was like, yeah, she did do that. Yeah, so,
with a whole rugby team.
And the boss need the info. It's just everything, anything. Quotables on quotables on quotables, and it is one of the best comedies ever made.
Is it better than Wayne's World?
Yeah.
No.
Hands down.
No.
Hands down. I'm not a music guy, so I understand why you would like Wayne's World. That's not it for me. That is not it.
Music guys appreciate Wayne's World.
Yeah, no, I feel like you do a little bit, I feel like you get a higher appreciation.
How about Joanna? How about Joanna? How about it, no, ladies and gentlemen? I know. It doesn't work.
No.
What he said.
But yeah, I think I love it. But I like a lot of early Mike Myers stuff.
Yeah. So I Married an Axe Murderer is better.
And So I Married an Axe Murderer is a great film.
I think I prefer that because it's just the content. Yeah, I think I prefer that to Wayne's World, though. To be honest,
Wayne's World.
Honestly, I think it's a better film. I think it.
I still think.
I think it might be my favorite film of his.
Wayne's World makes me laugh more than Austin Powers. I think just because Wayne's World, I was going through my skater phase, and during that time we were
listening to Queen. Apparently, you weird cunt.
Yeah, listening to Queen. But it automatically brings back that natural high that I had from my skater phase.
You know those skaters listen to Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, no,
natural high. Nick reminiscing about going down on the half pipe.
They were good times.
Half a pipe. It's better than a quarter pipe, though, isn't it?
I couldn't do a half pipe because I got vertigo.
So even a half pipe made you hurt.
I didn't say I pursued this avenue of life. I just said it was days.
Yeah, it was a phase.
I didn't say it was weeks.
Skating was a phase. That's what he's saying.
Did I say skate a
phase?
week? Say skate a week. I said skated days because that's what they were. Because I established very quickly that I couldn't do it. Okay, if we have to elaborate. I don't think I could have been any clearer.
Right, I want to fuck off.
Right. It's 4 hours.
I think you've broken Alan. I think he's eventually broken.
I actually thought I was okay, and I come back and I wasn't.
What part of it was? Are you not okay about?
No, it doesn't matter. Don't do that.
Is it the full or the quarter pie? Is it the loop?
Just Nick going down on the pipe really amused me.
I've told you, I've already established this never happened.
I don't, because you had vertigo.
I had vertigo. I don't see what's funny about this.
It must have been big.
Who's going to say that's what she said? Mike, you might as well just say it.
That's what she said.
Right, okay, let's finish there. It must be big. That's what we're going to say. Guys, if you are still tuned in, I don't know why. But it's just us getting drunk and talking about nonsense. So, but if you are, thank you very much for staying tuned in. We did do our very best to talk about WandaVision today. I don't know how much we talked about, to be honest, and whether or not it was
40 minutes.
Yeah, and most
that
of that
was a 3 hour, 44 hours.
Most of that wasn't actually about WandaVision, but nevertheless, we did mention it. So you know, you weren't lying.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. That's what she said. Let's just sign off now, guys. Thank you very much for following Redline. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Redline. Make sure you buy more teas. These teas, not teas that Alan's wearing, because Alan isn't wearing any teas. He's only wearing his blue one.
This one, hang on, buy this one.
Or Matalan.
Or also, hang on.
Oh,
can't do it.
Do it. Poke up.
Hang on. I can't do it. I can't make my hand do it. It's back. My screen's back to front, and I can't.
Yeah,
anyway.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Buy them.
But you ruined it.
Buy shirt.
Buy shirt. Buy shirt. Make sure you follow Mike. Make sure you follow the talent. Make sure you follow Nick. And if you have any suggestions of anything that you'd like us to watch as well, make sure you DM Mike or myself, not Alan, because Alan's useless.
No, Alan said Alan started doing work now after this episode.
More like external.
No. But if you can get him to take more, you have to do less, and then we can call him a cunt more.
That's true. DM Alan everything. So make sure you send it to Alan the talent. Yeah, so DM Alan with any suggestions of anything that you'd like us to do.
Anytime you want to be ignored, DM me.
Any additional work that you could possibly think of. So this is like hoovering. This is cleaning out your gutters. This is like scrubbing your nana's feet. Do that. Yeah, and any Redline stuff as well, then we will take on. Just make sure you do
Alan is into feet.
Alan is definitely into feet. Guys, we're going to end it there. Nice one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Catch us next week. What are we going to discuss next week now that WandaVision's over? Is it just me us and drunk?
Worst horror film you've ever watched?
Mate, so we're going to go back to horror. Mate, make sure whatever we do, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. So fuck it. Just join us.
I'll find the service. I'll find the service before then.
Exactly. Guys, safe so much for joining us. Peace out. Deuce.